Cup. Disappointment though, because Balogun is now set to miss the next game, even though a red card looked extremely soft on replays. But he scored the opener. Tillman got the second, as United States will now face Belgium. In domestic football, Vitória Pereira is poised to leave Nottingham Forest, with the club ready to appoint former Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner as his successor. Reports suggest that the deal to appoint the Austrian is virtually done, just the formalities left to complete. And Tottenham are set to break their transfer record for a second time this week after agreeing to sign Newcastle United's Sandro Tonali. Previously had an £80 million bid but rejected by Newcastle, and now set to pay 92.5 with 7.5 extra in add-ons. In cricket, England's attempt to move on from a dreadful start to the summer was hit by weather as their first T20 against India was abandoned. 2 days after Test, captain Ben Stokes retired with the game against New Zealand. England got halfway through the opener to a 5-match series against India before rain set in. Recovered India from 6-2 to post 189 for 7 in the first innings, but then heavy rainfall saw the match called off. Elsewhere in Formula 1, Lando Norris has insisted that he has the pain of this year for the glory of last. It's been a bit of a frustration for him this year. Very much Wilkaren's expectation that it would start 26, unable to set the repeat joy they had in 24-25. That's been realised, but Norris insists there's still a lot of effort to prove that they can compete this year. Elsewhere, in the game with Ireland and Australia in rugby union, Sam Prendergast's strong end to the season with Leinster has earned him as recalled to the line for Saturday's Nations Championship. He lost the fly half spot to Jack Gallagher in the Six Nations, but with him ruled out through injury, he's now back in the fold. While finally into losing tennis, former friendship Mira Andreeva, the champion, broke down in tears as she was knocked out by Barbara Krakovic. She lost 4-6, 7-5, 6-4 before the game of Novak Djokovic. She outclassed her for Tsitsipas in a statement performance, winning 6-3, 6-4, 6-2 in just 98 minutes. That's all in for the latest headlines. Here are your latest sporting headlines. I'm Tom Helm. We'll start with news in football. And with England, and Harry Kane's brace was able to spare a huge humiliation as they came falling behind to beat DR Congo in Atlanta to reach the last 16. Thomas Tuchel's side were 15 minutes away from an embarrassing exit as DR Congo defended the early lead given to them by Brian Kipenga. Brazilian captain Kane came to the rescue by heading home after 75 minutes, but then thrashing home a winner with 4 minutes left. Goalkeeper Lionel Mapsi of Congo made some stunning saves. Young Vissa hit the post. In truth, a dreadful performance from England across the night, but they earned their spot against co-host Mexico at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City on Monday at 1 a.m. Elsewhere, in news with the Belgian game, Yuri Tielemans scored a penalty late in extra time as Belgium produced a sensational comeback from 2 goals down to defeat Senegal. The last gasp victory helped them boost their chances of going all the way. They'll have a last 16 meeting with the United States now. Rudy Garcia's men looked to be heading out after trailing, but 2 goals late on sealed the deal to send it to extra time. Tielemans then scoring a 125th minute penalty. Elsewhere, and with the news with the United States, Florin Balogun scored and was later sent off as the United States advanced past Bosnia and Herzegovina and Santa Clara to reach the last 16 of the World Cup. Disappointment though, because Balogun is now set to miss the next game, even though a red card looked extremely soft on replays. But he scored the opener. Tillman got the second, as United States will now face Belgium. In domestic football, Vitória Pereira is poised to leave Nottingham Forest, with the club ready to appoint former Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner as his successor. Reports suggest that the deal to appoint the Austrian is virtually done, just the formalities left to complete. And Tottenham are set to break their transfer record for a second time this week after agreeing to sign Newcastle United's Sandro Tonali. Previously had an £80 million bid but rejected by Newcastle, and now set to pay 92.5 with 7.5 extra in add-ons. In cricket, England's attempt to move on from a dreadful start to the summer was hit by weather as their first T20 against India was abandoned. 2 days after Test, captain Ben Stokes retired with the game against New Zealand. England got halfway through the opener to a 5-match series against India before rain set in. Recovered India from 6-2 to post 189 for 7 in the first innings, but then heavy rainfall saw the match called off. Elsewhere in Formula 1, Lando Norris has insisted that he has the pain of this year for the glory of last. It's been a bit of a frustration for him this year. very much Curran's expectation that it would start 26, unable to set the repeat joy they had in 24-25. That's been realised, but Norris insists there's still a lot of effort to prove that they can compete this year. Elsewhere, in the game with Ireland and Australia in rugby union, Sam Prendergast's strong end to the season with Leinster has earned him a recall to the line for Saturday's Nations Championship. He lost a fly half spot to Jack Crowder during the Six Nations, but with him ruled out through injury, he's now back in the fold. While finally into news in tennis, former French Open Mira Andreeva, the champion, broke down in tears as she was knocked out by Barbara Krkovic. She lost 4-6, 7-5, 6-4 before the game with Novak Djokovic. He outclassed Stefanos Tsitsipas in a statement performance, winning 6-3, 6-4, 6-2 in just 98 minutes. That's all in for the latest headlines. Here are your latest sporting headlines. I'm Tom Helm. We'll start with news in football. And with England and Harry Kane's brace was able to spare a huge humiliation as they came behind to beat DR Congo in Atlanta to reach the last 16. Thomas Tuchel's side were 15 minutes away from an embarrassing exit as DR Congo defended the early lead given to them by Brian Kipenga. Then captain Kane came to the rescue by heading home after 75 minutes, but then thrashing home a winner with 4 minutes left. Goalkeeper Lionel Mapsi of Congo made some stunning saves. Yoram Visser hit the post. In truth, a dreadful performance from England across the night, but they earned their spot against co-host Mexico at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City on Monday at 1 a.m. Elsewhere, in news with the Belgian game, Yuri Tielemans scored a penalty late in extra time as Belgium produced a sensational comeback from 2 goals down to defeat Senegal. The last cast victory helped them boost their chances of going all the way. They'll have a last 16 meeting with the United States now. Rudy Garcia's men look to be heading out after trailing, but 2 goals late on sealed the deal to get sent it to extra time. Tielemans then scoring a 125th minute penalty. Elsewhere, and with the news with the United States, Florian Balogun scored and was later sent off as the United States advanced past Bosnia and Herzegovina in Santa Clara to reach the last 16 of the World Cup. Disappointment though, because Balogun is now set to miss the next game. Even though a red card looked extremely soft on replays, but he scored the opener. Tillman got the second, as the United States will now face Belgium. In domestic football, Vitória Pereira is poised to leave Nottingham Forest with the club ready to appoint former Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner as his successor. Reports suggest that the deal to appoint the Austrian is virtually done, just the formalities left to complete. And Tottenham are set to break their transfer record for a second time this week after agreeing to sign Newcastle United's Sandro Tonali. Previously had an £80 million bid but rejected by Newcastle, and now set to pay 92.5 with 7.5 extra in add-ons. In cricket, England's attempt to move on from a dreadful start to the summer was hit by weather as their first T20 against India was abandoned. 2 days after the test, captain Ben Stokes retired with the game against New Zealand. England got halfway through the opener to a 5-match series against India before rain set in. Recovered did India from 6-2 to post 189 for 7 in the first innings, but then heavy rainfall showed the match called off. Elsewhere in Formula 1, Lando Norris has insisted that he has the pain of this year for the glory of last. It's been a bit of a frustration for him this year. Very much Curran's expectation that it would start 26, unable to set the repeat joy they had in 24-25. That's been realised, but Norris insists there's still a lot of effort to prove that they can compete this year. Elsewhere, in the game with Ireland and Australia in rugby union, Sam Prendergast's strong end to the season with Leinster has earned him a recall to the line for Saturday's Nations Championship. He lost a fly half spot to Jack Crowder in the Six Nations, but with him ruled out through injury, he's now back in the fold. While finally into news in tennis, former French Open Mira Andreeva, the champion, broke down in tears as she was knocked out by Barbara Krkovic. She lost 4-6, 7-5, 6-4 before the game with Novak Djokovic. He outclassed Stefanos Tsitsipas in a statement performance, winning 6-3, 6-4, 6-2 in just 98 minutes. That's all in for the latest headlines. Here are your latest sporting headlines. I'm Tom Helm. We'll start with news in football. And with England and Harry Kane's brace was able to spare a huge humiliation as they came behind to beat DR Congo in Atlanta to reach the last 16. Thomas Tuchel's side were 15 minutes away from an embarrassing exit as DR Congo defended the early lead given to them by Brian Kipenga. Then captain Kane came to the rescue by heading home after 75 minutes, but then thrashing home a winner with 4 minutes left. Goalkeeper Lionel Messi of Congo made some stunning saves. Young Vissa hit the post. In truth, a dreadful performance from England across the night, but they earned their spot against co-host Mexico at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City on Monday at 1 a.m. Elsewhere, in news with the Belgian game, Yuri Tielemans scored a penalty late in extra time as Belgium produced a sensational comeback from 2 goals down to defeat Senegal. The last gasp victory helped them boost their chances of going all the way. They'll have a last 16 meeting with the United States now. Rudy Garcia's men look to be heading out after trailing, but 2 goals late on sealed the deal to send it to extra time. Yuri Tielemans then scoring a 125th minute penalty. Elsewhere, and with the news with the United States, Florian Barragan scored and was later sent off as the United States advanced past Bosnia and Herzegovina in Santa Clara to reach the last 16 of the World Cup. Disappointment though, because Barragan is now set to miss the next game, even though a red card looked extremely soft on replays. But he scored the opener. Tillman got the second, as the United States will now face Belgium. In domestic football, Vitória Pereira is poised to leave Nottingham Forest, with the club ready to appoint former Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner as his successor. Reports suggest that the deal to appoint the Austrian is virtually done, just the formalities left to complete. And Tottenham are set to break their transfer record for a second time this week after agreeing to sign Newcastle United's Sandro Tonali. Previously had an £80 million bid but rejected by Newcastle, and now set to pay 92.5 with 7.5 extra in add-ons. In cricket, England's attempt to move on from a dreadful start to the summer was hit by weather as their first T20 against India was abandoned. 2 days after the test, captain Ben Stokes retired with the game against New Zealand. England got halfway through the opener to a 5-match series against India before rain set in. Recovered did India from 6-2 to post 189 for 7 in the first innings, but then heavy rainfall saw the match called off. Elsewhere in Formula 1, and Lando Norris has insisted that he has the pain of this year for the glory of last. It's been a bit of a frustration for him this year. Very much McLaren's expectation that it would start 26, unable to set the repeat joy they had in 24, 25. That's been realised, but Norris insists there's still a lot of effort to prove that they can compete this year. Elsewhere, in the game with Ireland and Australia in rugby union, Sam Prendergast's strong end to the season with Leinster has earned him a recall to the line for Saturday's Nations Championship. He lost a fly half spot to Jack Crowder in the Six Nations, but with him ruled out through injury, he's now back in the fold. While finally into news in tennis, former French Open Mira Andreeva, the champion, broke down in tears as she was knocked out by Barbara Krakovic. She lost 4-6, 7-5, 6-4 before the game with Novak Djokovic. He outclassed her for Tsitsipas in a statement performance, winning 6-3, 6-4, 6-2 in just 98 minutes. That's all in for the latest headlines. Here are your latest sporting headlines. I'm Tom Helm. We'll start with news in football. And with England, and Harry Kane's brace was able to spare a huge humiliation as they came from behind to beat DR Congo in Atlanta to reach the last 16. Thomas Tuchel's side were 15 minutes away from an embarrassing exit as DR Congo defended the early lead given to them by Brian Kipenga. Then Captain Kane came to the rescue by heading home after 75 minutes, but then thrashing home a winner with 4 minutes left. Goalkeeper Lionel Messi of Congo made some stunning saves. Young Vissa hit the post. In truth, a dreadful performance from England across the night, but they earned their spot against co-host Mexico at the Azteca Stadium in Mexico City on Monday at 1 a.m. Elsewhere, in news with the Belgian game, Yuri Tielemans scored a penalty late in extra time as Belgium produced a sensational comeback from 2 goals down to defeat Senegal. The last gasp victory helped them boost their chances of going all the way. They'll have a last 16 meeting with the United States now. Rudy Garcia's men look to be heading out after trailing, but 2 goals late on sealed the deal to send it to extra time. Yuri Tielemans then scoring a 125th minute penalty. Elsewhere, and with the news with the United States, Florian Barragan scored and was later sent off as the United States advanced past Bosnia and Herzegovina in Santa Clara to reach the last 16 of the World Cup. Disappointment though, because Barragan is now set to miss the next game, even though a red card looked extremely soft on replays. But he scored the opener. Tillman got the second, as the United States will now face Belgium. In domestic football, Vitória Pereira is poised to leave Nottingham Forest, with the club ready to appoint former Crystal Palace boss Oliver Glasner as his successor. Reports suggest that the deal to appoint the Austrian is virtually done, just the formalities left to complete. And Tottenham are set to break their transfer record for a second time this week after agreeing to sign Newcastle United's Sandro Tonali. Previously had an £80 million bid but rejected by Newcastle, and now set to pay 92.5 with 7.5 extra in add-ons. In cricket, England's attempt to move on from a dreadful start to the summer was hit by weather as their first T20 against India was abandoned. 2 days after Test, captain Ben Stokes retired with the game against New Zealand. England got halfway through the opener to a 5-match series against India before rain set in. Recovered did India from 6-2 to post 189 for 7 in the first innings, but then heavy rainfall saw the match called off. Elsewhere in Formula 1, and Lando Norris has insisted that he has the pain of this year for the glory of last. It's been a bit of a frustration for him this year. Very much McLaren's expectation that it would start 26, unable to set the repeat joy they had in 24-25. That's been realised.
Paul, Alexis McAllister, Enzo Fernandez and Thiago Almeida, and a forward duo of Lautaro Martinez and the main man Lionel Messi, the skipper. Cape Verde, Vizinho, the social media sensation, is in goal. Back four of Steven Moriera, Pico, Dini Borges and Sidney Cabral. Midfield three of the Duarte brothers, Laros Duarte and Dero Duarte, with Kevin Delaney, the sitter. And a forward three of skipper Ryan Mendes, Nuno da Costa, and the second Cabral to boot, Giovanni Cabral. The referee for all that action is the Canadian official Drew Official. We're almost ready for kick-off. And it is a warm welcome to this evening's unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action in Miami as the penultimate game of the round of 32 just gets underway. The defending champions against the biggest underdog story of this, biggest Cinderella story as well, of this tournament, Cape Verde. Lionel Messi and co looking to advance to face Egypt, who just less than an hour ago or so, maybe just over an hour, beat Australia on penalties, so that should be a good game. But they do have to get past Cape Verde. It's one of them, isn't it, that yes, on paper Argentina are massive favourites, they should do the business, but Cape Verde have spoiled the party a few times. They took the lead against Uruguay. That's a poor pass at the back, though. This is not the start they will want. Argentina down the left-hand side, ball into the back sticks. Rodrigo de Paul will chase after it, but it will trickle out of play, and a goal kick will be given for Cape Verde. Both these teams have made quite a lot of changes for Argentina. Only 2 players remain in the 11 from the 3-1 win against Jordan. That's the 2 Martinez's, Emiliano and Lautaro, whereas there's 5 changes as a whole for Cape Verde. I'll bring you them in a moment. I didn't miss them in the preamble. It's a great atmosphere in Miami as well. A lot of white and blue, it has to be said, in the stadiums. A lot of numbers 10 jerseys with that on the back as well. But it's myself, Lewis Raftery, joined by Nathan Wasdell, take you through all the action in this unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary, all the action from Miami. And well, Nathan, as we said, on paper this should be Argentina probably comfortably winning by a good couple of goals. Messi probably gets a goal, gets involved, but as we've seen a lot in this World Cup and past World Cups, that's not the script that it goes by sometimes. We were speaking off the air, it's as cliche as it comes, but the first goal in this game will be absolutely vital.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right, and we saw moments ago when you were calling it play by play that they gave the ball away at the back. It's the last thing they need to be doing. They need to be more savvy on the ball, the Cape Verde. Interesting to see how they shape up, probably very similar to that Spain game. Spain probably came in that with a bit of negligence, just a bit ego on it. They thought, oh, we can walk this, and then they were caught on surprise, of course. Keeper in goal was absolutely stellar, wasn't he? But maybe that was a bit of a warning shot for Argentina and what they can expect in this game. They won't be given an easy ride. Yes, absolutely, on paper it's an easy ride and it's a David versus Goliath situation, but you know, stranger things can happen in football. But you need to stay calm and collected to Cape Verde as Argentina come forward left side.
do. I thought the ball was going to be swung into the box there. Of course, you would say, of course, Lionel Messi is Lionel Messi. Lautaro Martinez, one of the best strikers in the world, is the Inter Milan man, but there's not a lot of height, you would say, in this team. You'd probably even say, looking at it from a set-piece perspective, probably say Mr. Romero is probably the tallest player on the team. Looking at it, I will say, as I said, if you miss it in the preamble, looking at the 11s, for Cape Verde, they made 5 changes. I say Argentina, they make a full 9 from that heavily rotated side against Jordan. Ball forward there, and Molina goes down as a shy look at the camera there as well after he went down, so can't be too serious of a knock. Quickly then, Emi Martinez in the Argentine goal. Back four of Molina, Romero, Martinez and Medina. De Paul, McAllister, Enzo Fernandez and Almeida in the midfield four, with skipper Messi and Lautaro Martinez as a forward duo. Cape Verde, the social media sensation, as Nathan's already referred to, Vozinho is in goal. Back four of Moriera, Pico, Dino Borges and 2 Cabrals. Sidney Cabral at left back. 2 Cabrals, there's 2 Duartes as well. Laros Duarte and Dedo Duarte, along with Kevin Lenini. In the middle, there's a forward three of the second Cabral on the team sheet. Giovanni Cabral, Nuno da Costa and skipper Ryan Mendes as a forward three. Already on the left-hand side, getting involved there. It's a free kick against Rodrigo de Paul. He's usually someone who keeps the official quite busy. Watching it back, that Molina elbow, if you will, on by Sidney Cabral, the left back. Is on the left-hand side. The Cabrals are there as well. It is one of them where I won't lie. I mean, when Molina looks up, he looks a bit suspect. But he does kind of catch him with a bit of an elbow. I don't think it's a foul or anything, but he does take a bit of a knock. Cape Verde, that free kick comes and it's a decent delivery. It's cleared away only as far as the skipper on the right-hand side, Ryan Mendes. He's got a 1-on-1 against his full. That ball is swung in. It's blocked to end up be a throw-in. And this just shows, I think, my opinion, whilst it's 0-0, I think Cape Verde might be quite fearless.
Yes, I was very intrigued to see how they would set up, and I think how they'd set up would set the tone for these two. Whether they were going to sit in deep and just allow constant pressure on them, no. They're coming out and they're actually coming for this game. I do respect it.
You've got to respect, especially against Argentina, the defending champions. It has to be said that's one team that a lot of teams' managers would say, you know, we're going to respect them as much as we can. I think if anything, you saw that in the group stages, I don't think they were tested, but I think just too much respect was shown. If I'm perfectly honest, Rodrigo de Paul does well to win that ball. Enzo Fernandez into McAllister. Out to the right hand side to Molina. It is basically quite a really heavy midfield for Messi. You go do what you want. You go make the magic as per usual. Martinez is occupying the back line almost, but there's a lot of fluidity, and I think that's one thing that in this modern world of a lot of man-to-man pressing, if your man's always on the right-hand side, doesn't move, it's easy to man-mark him, if you will. If you know that Rodrigo de Paul is going to go left, right, centre, here, there, everywhere, you almost have to follow him through the field, and that means there might be space for someone in behind. I do like how Argentina do play. That should be a foul. No, it won't. Referee says no. Romero flies in there, and he clears it almost into Vozinho. But it just shows that Cape Verde, you know what, they're going to give as good as they get.
Yeah, it's been a few hot and heavy challenges, that's for sure. In the centre of the park, clattered into his man. Yeah, they're trying to step up into the face. Referees let a couple of things go. Drew Fisher, the Canadian referee, Vozinho takes a chance and he just about gets away with it. Shows the confidence he has, but maybe there's a fine line between confidence and overconfidence, isn't there?
100%. The social media sensation, I know he at least had about 18 million Instagram followers last time I checked. Ball forward here for Ryan Mendes down the right hand side. Can Cape Verde spring a surprise here? Mendes cuts inside, he'll go for the strike, he's blocked away off of the right boot of Romero. Didn't end up going anywhere, but once again, it just Argentina, they don't seem nervous at the back. I just think maybe it's because, to me, in the group stages, Austria, Jordan, Algeria, no one really kind of went to Argentina, so they haven't had that yet. Whereas Cape Verde, it's every time they come forward, he's just one of them where we know that Martinez and Romero are great defenders. We've seen them in the Premier League, but when you haven't been tested, he almost feels there's a bit of nervousness energy there right now. Yeah,
we talked about the knockout stages and the big hitters, and we talked about certain teams not being tested, so we don't really know what they're all about just yet. Given Portugal, you know, they were tested against Colombia and fell at a 0-0. They were tested and pushed all the way last night. You know, we're finding out what these teams are all about. Spain themselves, they weren't tested against Austria. We still don't know their full potential just yet. Same with Argentina, but it's, I think, up to them tonight is complacency. It's up to Argentina themselves as well. It's all about ego and complacency. Are they going to be at full stretch? Are they going to be up to scratch? We don't know. We'll only just find out.
Fernandez swings one to the right for Molina. It's not a good pass, and now there could be a counter-attack down the left-hand side. Giovanni Cabral to Sidney Cabral, the full-back and the left-hand side winger. They'll get up and down the entire game. He's got a 3-on-1 up against him. He'll do well to come away with the ball. He's almost got 4 Argentines on him. And that's the credit that myself and Nathan were speaking about Messi, as everyone does, and praising him, of course. But he's almost got 9 outfield players. I'm sure Emi Martinez is working socks on him too, that just kind of say to him, you don't have to do too much, just get in the good positions, get on the ball, pass it around, get in the positions to finish off. We'll do the dirty work for you. There's so much energy in this Argentine side. Messi with the ball forward, it's going to be defended well. There's going to be a push in the back there from Molina on Dani Borges. Be a goal kick or a free kick, but it's almost for the pass, as we're going to see, as you said, Vizinho here was just that bit of a fake and showing the confidence that the keeper has. That could have gone terribly wrong with Lautaro Martinez closing him down and seeing another touch. Well, the 40-year-old is capturing the social media imagination, and he's capturing the imagination of the Miami Stadium at the moment. But that's the thing where, for example, Messi never had that in the past. He had that in Qatar in 2022, as that's a foul by Romero in the middle of pull on Giovanni Cabral. It's kind of almost everyone kind of realising these Argentine players kind of now grew up watching Messi, idolising him and saying, we will work so hard for you, you just do what you have to do. He's never had that really before, and I think that's why you can have a bad game but still come away with a hat-trick.
Yeah, it's a difference, of course. We never want to compare, do we? But everyone does. It's Ronaldo likes playing for himself, and he wants to get on the score sheet for his own name, whereas I think Messi's one of them that they all play with him and Messi plays with them. I think that's the difference. Messi's more of a team player. Of course, he does get the glory, and he is joint top of the golden boot. But yeah, you're absolutely right. The 9, even the 10, we'll talk about Emi Martinez as well. He'll still play for Messi as well. So he just has a knack of popping up at the right time. He's absolutely brilliant. And one thing I will say is 10 minutes into this game, and Argentina are yet to lay a glove on Cape Verde, and that's positives for them.
He's spot on about that. Ball forward from Martinez, well cut out there by Pico. Plays it long to Lisandro Martinez, but you are right, statistics wise, when we look at how the game is panning out in the early moments, in things like possession and shots and stuff. Well, the only shot is coming from Cape Verde. Yes, it was blocked, but even keeper's been tested. If anything, Vizinho's been tested more at his feet with how he's been pressed in and hunted down. 11 minutes on the clock. Argentina 0, Cape Verde 0. Round of 32 action from Miami. Unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentary. Take you through all the action. Of course, myself and Nathan will be back as well in a few hours' time for the last game in the round of 32. Colombia up against Ghana. 2 games I'm really looking forward to. I know Nathan is as well, as the round of 32 does finish up. What a round of 32 we've had to say. This is an extra round of games that's very much lived up to expectations, and then some. Here come Argentina down the left hand side. Can they find a ball? Pulled back, and only pulled back into the path of Lenini. Da Costa holds it up well back to his full back, and play a ball down the line. He's going to get there. Medina though gets back, and it's a good tackle, and he puts it out for a throw-in. Again, those full backs, they're the ones who are, if anything, it's the full-backs I think that could get caught out of position, because again, as I said, for Argentina, Almeida and De Paul, the wide midfielders, if you will, with Enzo Fernandez and McAllister, the 2 central midfielders, but they almost make it 4-2-2-esque. It's very, very central, isn't it? They provide the wing-backs, and they need the wing-backs to get wide. That's where the width comes from. That's where I think if you Cape Verde, especially when you're playing wingers of Mendes and Giovanni Cabral, you could kind of get in behind those full-backs and use that space they vacate.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're not shy of pushing bodies forward, Argentina, and we've seen that. If they're savvy with their counter-attack, then Cape Verde can have a little bit of joy. We've seen a couple of openings, I won't say openings, maybe half openings. There's potential there to find the room. I mean, Ryan Mendes, the skipper on that far side, he's the danger man there, the one that he's constantly going to look to. We just saw a long ball there that was over here. It was a poor pass. But if they can catch Argentina out when they're pressing numbers forward, they may start to find some gaps and maybe a little bit of joy.
Yeah, who knows? And you've got 2 players, as you said, who want to take the man on as well, in Mendes and Giovanni Cabral. Argentina, though, with possession, they have had most of it, just about under 70% possession, give or take, for the defending world champions. Lisandro Martinez into Christian Romero. Pings one into the feet of Lisandro Martinez. It's a heavy touch and Lanini clears it away on as far as Romero plays it behind Martinez. No one's pressing down the Manchester United defender, so he'll easily come away with possession. But as Nathan said, I think if you Cape Verde say you're closing in on 15 minutes, no one's had a shot at goal, no one's been tested. Also, Argentina will never ever really look flustered, but I think they would be quite happy with that. Molina, right hand side to the ball, but of course, as Messi does play his football in the MLS and in Miami, Messi, it's been Messi fever, same with Ronaldo. Wherever you go, when the top players are playing in the stadium, you see a lot of their jerseys, but of course, quite an adopted home for Messi. Doesn't play his football in this stadium, but does play, of course, for Inter Miami. Never impressive since he did make the move. Argentina still moving it around. Lisandro Martinez looking for options. He's very high up the field. He's the centre back. You'd have to say again, as you kind of alluded to, Nathan, if they do hit a counter attack, Argentina do put bodies forward. You would say as well the confidence of Emi Martinez is going to be tested if he has to come out maybe and claim a ball, sweeper keeping. We've seen him make errors and mistakes in games before. Nice ball into the middle of the penalty area, pulled back looking for Messi. He takes it down, he goes for goal. Joe drags it wide. It was an acute, awkward angle. But again, when it's still that left foot of Messi, you're thinking, can he at least maybe get a shot on target? Can he test the goalkeeper? Who knows? It's a shot off target, but that's the first chance of the game.
Yeah, it's not a bad chance either. They've done really well. It's probably what Spain didn't do against them in that 0-0. The runs are brilliant in behind. I thought there was a hint of an offside, but lovely run and find. They're always looking for him, aren't they? There'll always be at first, even if they're not going to pass to him, there's always a glance. Where's Messi? Where's Messi? Found him there. He's just scuffed it with the back of his heels, so it's dragged wide across the far post. I don't think Mazzini was exactly had much anxiety about it. I think he was just sort of watching that go past his post. But yeah, it wasn't a bad attempt at all. But that's best from Argentina. A first glance of trying to break through that stubborn defence, because before that they hadn't really had much to offer.
Not at all. You're spot on there. So you almost saw Lautaro Martinez. Messi was there. He almost went, "Oh, you take the ball away from me. You take left foot. You go for a strike. I'm not going to get in your way." As I say, it just kind of falls to Messi and does. Well, you're almost seeing a lot of famous faces in the crowd. He was at Wimbledon a good few days ago. David Beckham, of course. I can imagine he does reside in the Florida state, so he's looking forward to this one again. I'm sure he'll be looking to see his club player Messi doing well and back to club football, of course, in the MLS in late July, early August. Molina on the right hand side, back into Romero on the halfway line. Cape Verde, it's one of them. They're not sitting really, really deep, but they're not pressing really either until he gets into an Enzo Fernandez or one of the more forward players. Nice ball to Medina on the left hand side. Plays a lovely pass into the feet of Lautaro. It's forced to go back though. Quick feet there from Almeida. He still continues to go, looking for passing options. Messi's dropping deep. He's tackled off the ball there. And will he win a free kick there, Messi? He has won a free kick. I thought that was a really good tackle, if I'm being perfectly honest there, from the Cape Verde man. Was it Lavan Cabral? I'm just watching it back. It was. Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? But again, this is a very good free kick position for Lionel Messi to at least have a chance at goal.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. I'm in agreement with you. I think he wins the ball. He goes across Messi, but he doesn't touch him. And then when he follows through, he's hit him. But I think that's a good tackle, to be honest. I think he feels slightly hard done by the Cabo Verde man. I mean, Messi range, we've seen him before, haven't we, in this position? What are we talking? Just over 20 yards, maybe just shy of 25, maybe touching 25.
Touching 25,
yeah.
I think you're right. It's almost on the left-hand side, if you. But basically, with the left-hand post, it's quite level with that. It suits that left foot of curling it in, doesn't it? It has to be said. We've seen the Argentina fans. Again, we've seen him score so many free kicks. Kind of reminds me from this distance. He scored one. Was it against Liverpool in the 18-19 season, of course. Second leg at Anfield didn't go very well for Messi and co there, but that was a special night in the Nou Camp, and it was on the other side, but it's very similar distance, and as Nathan rightfully said, we've seen the little magician score from this distance before. Well, so Rodrigo de Paul stood next to him. I mean, you might as well not even be there. Then Rodrigo de Paul's just there to make sure everything goes kindly for Messi, if you will, asking about that he's not happy with the referee this evening, Drew Fisher, of how far the fans are back. I can imagine you can probably hear a pin drop right now in the Miami Stadium. And it's Messi to take this free kick. Argentina 0, Cape Verde 0. chance for Lionel Messi. Steps up to take it, it's on target. He was always dipping, never really got the height he wanted or the pace on it, but it is the first shot on target of the game, first save of the game, if you will. And I think from a Vazini point of view, that's a bit of confidence. You got your first save, and it's out of the way, 18 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, and it's Messi as well. I think he's just sacrificed power there, and to get that on target. I don't think he's put a bit of risk in it. I think he's just gone quite safe. He didn't take safety off, and he's just killed it into his feet, really. Like you say, that does absolutely nothing but good for Vazini there, just getting down, collecting it. But shot on target for Messi, you can't blame him for going for it.
Going for it, ball back into the box, looking for Messi. It was a lovely ball over the top. Messi it was an awkward one because I feel he could have even got on the end of the ball. Man, it was a lovely ball from Rodrigo de Paul. And I will say now, Argentina are starting to find a little bit of a groove, it has to be said. But the pass from Lautaro Martinez, apologies. We've got a lot of Cabrals, we've got a lot of few Duartes, we've got a lot of Martinez's on the field as well. Lautaro there, it's one of them, isn't it, where he tried to force it to Messi, but his first touch when he was always stretching then for the pass into Messi. And you do feel there that that's where you are maybe trying to force things a little bit, because to me, I look at Lautaro Martinez and go, I think you could have a pop at goal there. Bring Nathan in a moment for his thoughts, because here come Cape Verde. Sidney Cabral down the left hand side into Giovanni Cabral. That's a good tackle though from Rodrigo de Paul. You can just see as soon as he won the ball, he put his head down, got the jets on, and they will control the game. Again, Argentina, what I do very much like is if they can't counter, they will just keep the ball. They are patient without this over patience. Again, it is that we'll keep the ball. If a chance opens up, we will be direct. I do like that. It's not all short passing. If we can be direct, we can. If we can counter, we can. We've seen some great football. Of course, as Nathan already spoke about, Spain were playing some great stuff against Austria. One of the top games of the tournament last night, early this morning, whenever you was watching it, between Portugal and Croatia. Messi on the ball, Almeida out to the left hand side to Medina, pulls it back to the edge of the area. It's well defended by Lenina, and you can see Ryan Mendes on the right hand side. Nathan's pointing him out, he's on his bike. Credit though to Medina, he finally plays the ball, does Lenina. He just needed to take that touch. He got his head up, but he could see the run. He took too long. Credit to Medina for getting back, but you just need to play that pass. You kind of need to take that touch, maybe a second, and ping it forward on the right hand side. Yeah, I think that's the difference. That ball needs to go over. It has to. He's made a brilliant run, Mendes, to be found. Just needs to chop through it and get it over the top, but he was too hesitant on it, and now they're coming back to go forward, which isn't a bad thing. They haven't seen a lot of the ball, so they're sitting on it when they have it. I respect that, but in that transition, when they win the ball back from Argentina, they've got to be precise with it and get rid of it and just go. It was a great run as well, and you could say I wouldn't say he was free, but he was making a run behind, and I just think they've got to be a bit more brave and a bit more aggressive with it. I think since the start of the game, when they had that aggressive start in the opening 5, they've just retracted back ever so slightly into their shells because of how they've seen Argentina play. I think they've got a bit nervous and sat further and further back, and they've gone forward now, which is quite rare in the last 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes I should say or so, and they just haven't got it right, and that's the difference. I think if they can get that ball right, they can have a bit of joy. And it's also sometimes it's putting it into a channel, isn't it? Yeah. Right, Ryan Mendes making that run, and they just need to pick out that space. And look, if Medina gets back, there's not what you can do too much about it. If it's a good piece of defending play from the fullback, that's different to, and again, not even picking your man out, or you're just putting it into the right area, aren't you? Yeah, 100%. It's just, I'm going to put this into the channel. I think my player will get there. If an Argentine player gets there, it's even maybe I could have played a better pass, but they're still knocking it around, as you said. And what you would say is Argentina, they're not a very press-heavy side. They are more of a passive side, especially when they do lose the ball for more than that first. Usually it's that Pep Guardiola 7-second rule. 7 seconds, you're quite aggressive and counter-pressing. After that, you do sit back a little bit and accept that the opposition does have the ball. You don't want to make any space for the player too easy. Ball forward, and that's a miscommunication. And Mendes went, and if they just hold it for a split second, Mendes was in behind Medina as well. Ball into Messi, nice first touch, but it gets away from the ball. Dinks it over the top, looking for Messi, brings it down. He's hunted down by 2 or 3 Cape Verde players, and his second touch was just off the ball. Romero goes in for the box, a big tackle, he wins the ball, but that's a great piece of play from Nannini to come away with the ball. Again though, it's one of them where he's a bit too simple, isn't he? He wins the ball, yes, but then he puts his head down, he needs to get his head up and look for the pass. They've still got the ball on the right hand side with Mendes into the feet of Steven Moriera, and they will go back, but again it's it now allows Argentina to get back into what they like of sitting, and then they could be aggressive in a tackle, for example. You want to, again, as we said, and you've pointed out a few times, you want to catch Argentina. That's poor from Cindy Cabral. You want to catch them on that counter where there is a bit of space. Lanini, 2 times, maybe 3 times, has won the ball, fantastic, but then hasn't got the pass away quick enough and slowed the attack down.
Yeah, it's that's the difference for them, unfortunately. I don't think they're going to get much joy passing it around the back and trying to work through Argentina. You're right, they don't press Argentina, but they do once they're in their own half. They're terrible. There's 2 Argentine players for every Cape Verde's one. They're not having any joy when they're passing it methodically. They need to be more aggressive on it, and as soon as they get the ball, just go for it. Juggernaut, straight for the juggler, and just be more aggressive with it. Whereas they're trying to be too methodical, and they're getting outfoxed by a brilliant press from Argentine players inside their own half. So that's the difference, I think. If they're a bit more better in transition, they have a bit more joy in this game.
No, I think you're correct with that one. And again, you spawn with Argentina as well. They sit out there, and as soon as it gets into a man-on-man, they give you no room at all. They're on you like a rash. Enzo Fernandez swings a beautiful ball out to the right-hand side. Molina chests it down for Rodrigo de Paul. Ball is into the box. He swings one, and it's under hit. Good header away. Cabral will let it run out for an Argentine throw-in. And I can imagine, as we're just over 24 minutes into this first half, the hydration break will be called. Haven't got official from our broadcasters, as we're seeing a couple of fans with that's the biggest Messi face I've seen.
Terrifying.
Imagine waking up to seeing that. If you just tuned in and you'd seen that, you might be a little bit off put by that. Credit as well, we're seeing a few Cape Verde fans. From it's a broadcast view where you see, of course, it's a lot of white and blue, rightfully so. But there is pockets of Cape Verde fans, and like, what a moment this is in the tournament for them to face Argentina. It's one of them as well, isn't it? Well, let's be quite fair. There's no offence to anyone. If you go to the round of 32 and you go out to a team ranked 50th in the world, you go, oh, we got there, but we went out. You're going out to the. If you go out, you're going out to the defending. You can almost say, oh yeah, we got knocked out, but the defending champions and one of the favourites knocked us out. That's why we didn't advance, because we got a tough game.
Of course, Cape Verde, it's their debut tournament, and it's 2 undefeated teams against each other, and that's just stating a fact. That's that's not trying to put a spin on anything. These 2 are undefeated, and Cabo Verde themselves, 2-0 nils and a 2-2, so the draw all 3 games came through on 3 points just about. They scored 2 goals in 3 games. It's not amazing, but Cape Verde, aren't they? And for their debut tournament, absolutely brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Only the 3rd African team unbeaten in the to go into the knockouts. Cameroon 82, and then Senegal in 2002. Remember that very famous road they had, beating France as well, Senegal. So they're only the 3rd African team to do it unbeaten, and to say that's your debut season. And you look at that team, with all due respect to them, you look at the players they have and you're like, these aren't world beaters. But when I did cover a couple of their games, I believe it was the Uruguay and the Saudi Arabia game, they played very well. They did. Maybe not the Saudi Arabia one wasn't amazing, but they were playing to get themselves through. But against Uruguay, against Spain specifically, they played some good football, and this is the joy of the World Cup. On paper before the tournament, you're writing them off beforehand, you're saying they'll finish bottom. We've got Cabo Verde versus Argentina. It does nothing but good for them. No,
you're spot on. I covered the game against Uruguay as well. I thought they were absolutely terrific against Uruguay in that 2-2 draw. Unfortunately, there were 2 late goals in the first half. Uruguay kind of just were a sting, and then the game continued after that. If you aren't missing anything, we are just in the hydration break. We'll be back underway, 90 seconds, less than that maybe, of course, seeing the great scenes of Miami. What a Friday night in Miami. Can imagine the Argentines will be wanting a victory and then be going later into the night. But it is a beautiful stadium, like every stadium we've seen in the USA, especially. We've seen that. I've loved the Mexican stadiums, Guadalajara, of course the Azteca. That'll be a big one coming up in a few days. We'll see when the kick-off is for that England game against Mexico. Of course, you can catch all the games on this service, all the World Cup games, the rest of the knockouts and company. We are just about to get back underway. It's Argentina 0, Cape Verde 0 in Miami. It is unofficial, independent off-tube studio commentary. Just over halfway through this first half, and to take us through to half-time, pass you over to Nathan.
Thanks, Raf. Molina has it near side, just chops it in play and move to the far side. Pocket of space here, may just have a shot. It's just moved on as it goes over to the far. Almada just going to go backwards to keep hold of it. Like you say, not going to be aggressive on it and just going to keep hold with that Martinez very centrally in the Cabo Verde half. Everyone in their half minus Emi Martinez, the keeper, left to right in this first. In there, of course, their recognisable sky blue and white strip, white shorts, white socks, into the centre circle of the Cabo Verde half. Martinez going to cut over the top, look for Messi. It's a great ball, touchdown. Leo Messi, it's 1-0. The magician's flicking his wand again, and he's going to top the golden boot record. And it was a brilliant ball over from the Manchester United centre half, cutting through the ball into the box. He took it down with the outside of his left boot. You can't give him even half a yard. Takes it down so well, flicks it into the roof of the net, and it's going to be a long way back. The nut is being cracked, but what a brilliant, brilliant goal from the little magician again.
That's in the blink of an eye, isn't it? What a finish from Lionel Messi, that is. Brings it down, and that's just a touch control. That's the confidence to finish. I'm thinking, can't foresee you get there, but it's how just a touch. He lets it doesn't. It's like Velcro on his boot. He's well onside. That's just the only question, isn't it? To a degree, a different kind of goal. I mean, the first touch, it's
brilliant, isn't it?
It's before watching this here. It is Velcro. He lets it even bounce off the surface, takes it on the outside of his left boot, and I think 99.99 repeating players in the world could still bring that down, but that doesn't go in the back of the net because the keeper rushes out. You just even felt after that first touch, you just felt he's still going to score this. He just puts it high into the goal. He knows what he's doing. He knows it, right, just get it over the goalkeeper. Don't chip it, don't dink it, don't drive it low. Put it over the keeper. It's a delicate finish from Messi. What a finish. And not being an underwhelming first half of the first half, but quite clearly I've passed it over to you and you've brought the Messi magic out here. But it's that blink of an eye, just that long ball over the top. Maybe Cape Verde getting a bit of confidence, I don't know, from the opening so far. But yeah, now Messi's got that goal. You do just feel, we were speaking as we went on the air, before the air, first goal's going to be massive. If Argentina get it, Cape Verde are in for a nightmare if they haven't already got it.
Yeah.
Cape Verde somehow get that first goal. Who knows where we go from? But as you say, Mbappe now, I'm sure he's rubbing his hands together going, I need to get some more goals for me. So that'll be an interesting game against Paraguay. But now I think we're set half an hour in, Argentina 1-0. It's now what do Cape Verde want to do, and Argentina, do they want more? I'm sure Messi does want more.
Over to you, Kylian Mbappe.
Exactly.
I don't want to call it stat padding for Messi, but if he's against Cabo Verde, he's probably licking his lips thinking, how many can I get, with all due respect to them. Well, he's already got one, and we've just ticked over half an hour. You've got to question what's in them hydration break, wet towels and oranges, because it only took, I don't know the official number, but it took, was it a minute afterwards?
Less than 90 seconds.
90 seconds, right. Yeah, I mean, that left foot. Every football player in the world, even as a left footer, you're going to be telling them to take that down with your right foot. You're going to have to let the ball come across you and meet it with the instep of your right foot, because that's the easiest way to do it. He takes it with the outstep. It reminds me that the goal against Nigeria was at World Cup 2000 and I want to say 14. I don't think it was Russia. I think it was the one before.
Yeah, I think it was Brazil.
I think it was Brazil. And he took it with the outside of that left foot and then flicked it in. It's a little bit different, but with the outstep, the way he took that down, I mean, you don't want to be. It's so hard to do, but when you see that ball going over to him, you just think this is very likely going to be a goal, and what a touch it was.
But it isn't. It's also different circumstances, and both scored them. One was given, one was Cristiano Ronaldo's yesterday that was given offside, ball over the top. Ronaldo takes it again with the outside of one boot and dinks it over an on-rushing keeper. Ronaldo's is a bit further out, but again, that just shows that the quality they both have. Again, in Messi's situation, taking the right foot, and Ronaldo's, you take it with your left, wouldn't you? That just shows that sometimes some players you look at, they are so one-footed. When one foot is better than most two-footed players, it doesn't matter, as you say.
Yeah, it's inhumane at times, isn't he? He's used to football in life in Miami, as you rightly mentioned, Raf, and he's back at it again in Florida, totting up the tally. 7th goal of the tournament. The 39-year-old showing the kids how it's done, isn't he? He never stops. As he heads it over to the far side, it comes, and it will be Medina just to knock it backwards and keep hold of the ball, and now they are in control. The reigning champions, who are looking to book a date with what we now know is Egypt in the round of 16. This is moved to the near side to DePaul. Messi's teammate, as them two link up. into Miami, fellas. Into the centre circle to Martinez. Got a brilliant assist to his name. I mean, we rattle on about the touch and how good the goal was, yes, and he still had a lot to do, yes, but the ball over from the Manchester United centre half was absolutely brilliant, majestic it was, cut through it like a prime midfielder. It's just coming to the edge of the box here for Argentina, trying to wriggle their way into the box. They're going to go for it again, just over hit towards Messi. He can't touch it around the corner. And Cabo Verde going to try break. Can they be aggressive on the ball? They have space on the far side. Turns on the 180. Needs to get his head up. Moves it forward. Too slow on it once again. Got stuck under the feet. And back it goes. But I think we're absolutely right to give our flowers to Lisandro Martinez because that was a brilliant ball over the top.
What I really like about Argentina, and I've said for years, I've heard this and I've said this, is I hate when teams play this highlight and the penalty back because there's no space in behind and everyone goes, oh, how do you ping a ball over? Your strikers are on the penalty box, how are you going to get the strikers in behind? What they were doing, Messi and Martinez were dropping a little bit deeper, almost enticing the centre-backs to come out so you have space in behind, so you can play that pass. For example, with England against Congo the other day, they were all on the edge of the area. You could not make a run back. You need to go 10-15 yards back to create the space. It's exactly what Messi did there. Yes, the pass is beautiful. As you say, pings it, does Lisandro Martinez, and you need that in your squad. But a midfielder could drop deep and do exactly that. But if you have no space in behind, it doesn't matter. And it was a lovely run. And again, you don't need pace, because that was Messi. He made the run perfectly. I'm going to watch it back. The weight of the pass is perfect. It's one of the best, underrated goals of the tournament in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. And flicks it with the left again. He's under pressure to find the room in behind that back line that's sat practically on their own penalty spot, maybe a bit behind or in forward. But it's fantastic. And it's going to be a throw-in on the far side for Cabo Verde, but we're just waiting to get back from the replay. It's just at the back with Christian Romero. Sweeps it across to his centre-half teammate in Lisandro Martinez. Just far side of the centre circle at the minute. Maybe trying to notch a brace of assists. He thought about it. But I think he's just going to move it back to Romero. 35 minutes on the clock. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. Argentina 1, Cape Verde 0. Ball to the far side. Trapped down by Almada. He's going to go back to go forwards. They're going to work that intricate triangle pass him once again. The reigning champs. They're going to go backwards once again. 65% possession for Argentina. 3 attempts, 2 on target, 1 attempt, none on target for Cabo Verde. Swept round the corner, looked to be offside there, and I think he knows it. Flag's going to go up now against the man on the near side. He's just got too early. Nahul Medina, I think he was coming back from an offside position. He didn't want the ball, but he did receive it. Well, Argentina, they've got a brilliant record against African sides. 7 meetings, they've won all 7 against African sides, so looking to make it 8 for 8. And I mean, it is David versus Goliath this evening, but I think, of course, Argentina, it was always heavily in their favourites, but I think it was actually fairly, looking at that Spain game, fairly important that they got that goal early in the first half.
Oh, it was, and that's always the thing. I think, as you said, if you get to half-time, maybe goalless, that's where nerves could kick in for Argentina. That's where you could get a bit, again, because it's happened against Spain. It goes, is this a bit of deja vu? Could we take it in? And now you've got that early goal for Argentina. You could yourself slow down, not change the game plan, but that pressure's a little bit off in it, isn't it? You can go, right, let's go get a second. If we can, go get a third. Don't be silly and make mistakes at the back. But and again, I like what Argentina are doing. It's the same game plan. They haven't changed when 1-0 up, but you can just, the pressure's off a little bit, isn't it? You don't have to go get that goal at every attempt. And as you said, you kind of use the best description without saying he's stat padding. You just got to look at certain games and go, I could get a couple of goals here. And against, and that's what the best players do, though. I'm sure against Jordan, he was a little bit thinking, I could get a few goals against these boys, and well, the game on and did, but if he played the full 90, he might have. So yeah, it's so important, but this is what you want to see, the big players performing on the big stage. And as you said, over to Kylian Mbappe, because I don't think Lionel Messi's done this evening.
No, a long way to go. Ball on the far side for Cabo Verde, coming forward, right hand flank, cross comes short, it's way over the top by that man at the number 22, Morera, the fullback, who was searching up top. Positive play, but flown over the bar. And not much on it. You talked about anxiety maybe creeping in at half time. Well, 7 of the last 13 knockout games in the World Cup for Argentina have gone to extra time. So, you know, seeing out games in the full night is not really in their a bit slightly hit and miss. So maybe it was very important that they got that first goal, but it is a slim lead. There's only the one, and it's such an uncomfortable scoreline in football. But like you said, not just Messi, but I don't think Argentina have done either.
No, I think Messi will get personally at least another one. That's Paul from Molina there on the right side. You spoke about extra time as well. What's really important is, look, great Egypt have gone through, but they're probably looking and going, Argentina are very likely to win in 90. We've got an extra 30 minutes in the legs. We've had a penalty shootout. Argentina are looking and going, we're going to be a lot fresher, aren't we, than Egypt. So that's a positive for them. That's why you don't want to. Last night, if Croatia would have scored that equaliser, even if Portugal would have gone through, they're thinking, we've got another 30 minutes of this intensity. Spain would have been licking their lips, wouldn't they? Whereas you've got the extra 30 minutes in the legs, so that's always a big thing. But you're right, 1-0. You're just always thinking, if Cape Verde were 1 away from getting the equaliser, I'm sure they'd love to get 2 and then just settle and calm things down, Argentina.
Yeah, absolutely. But it is Cabo Verde pressing forward on the near side with Cabral on that left wing. Ball through's not a bad one, into the box it comes. Cross comes, shots let him down. It's come all the way through to the near side though, with the other Cabral just playing in behind at left back. Ball into the boxes over everyone, and it's just that last bit of quality that's lacking for Cabo Verde at the minute. It's going to be cleared out. It will be chased by Martinez. That looked like a foul. Referee not interested, the Canadian referee. There's a pull there on an arm. Is he going to give advantage? He's tried, but none in there. And that'll be a free kick against Deroy Duarte, who are cousins, brothers I should say, apologies. Jovane Cabral and the Cabral just behind him aren't siblings, but we can confirm Laros and Deroy in the engine room are. I believe there's totaling up 8 brothers at the World Cup this year. Please don't ask me to name all 8. I can name you one so far, and they're all out there on the pitch. But there is 8, and do you know what? 4 of the 8 don't play for the same nation. Can you believe? There's a stat for the pub next year when for the pub quiz.
The brothers, that's one off the top of my head. Ivory Coast and France.
I think that's right. That does ring a bell. So the pub quiz next year will be there, I'm sure.
We'll see you in 4 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. As DePaul brings it inside, the number 7. He's got a bit of room to roam. He's not been pressing. He's going to drive forward. He's put the Jets on. It's a good defensive tackle to nip the ball off him as well. Just going to press forward. Messi nips in. Good tackle. Moves it left. Chance to get forward with Fernandez over to the far side to Almada. He wants to put that long field ball in, but he's just going to move it right to McAllister, and over to the near side it comes to Molina. Back to McAllister, and they're just keeping the ball now. 5 to go till the break. We'll have additional time, of course, hydration and such. But it's just with Martinez. To the near side, it's patient play from the reigning champs. Swiveling on a dime is DePaul. He's got a couple of runners in the box. He may go for this himself. Dinks it in. Trying to be too cute. There may be an offside here, but they're keeping it on with Almada. Messi trying to dip it through, and the flag now does go up for offside. It may have been Almada. It may have been Medina. One of the two. It was Medina, just a bit too far beyond his man. Messi was trying to be cute with it as well, but then the flag did go up in the end. I just think they've gone slightly off the gas since the goal, Argentina. A couple of sloppy mistakes in there, a couple of offsides. We saw Molina on the near side running out of play as well. We haven't seen them at their finest since the goal.
No, we haven't, and as well because of the hydration break, as you said, 90 seconds, 2 minutes after the hydration break, it was a bit of blink and you miss it. Lovely turn, here come Cape Verde.
Cabral, what's the end product like? Not good again. They're getting into good places and they're working it well in the midfield transition. It's just that final bit of call. That's going to be a free kick, surely it is, from Deroy Duarte. Pushing into Fernandez, and it will be a free kick. It's just that final bit of outlet, maybe not just the final ball, but that final bit of quality that makes the difference in a game. Like that swivel on a 180 dime by Cabral was brilliant, sold his man brilliant. DePaul had no chance, but then they're getting into a position and they're just letting themselves down.
No, you're right. On the right hand side, I don't think it was Mendes, but the ball was put in. It was so overhit, it found Sidney Cabral, didn't it? You go,
yeah.
You're not saying every single ball is going to be on a dime, but you just think that needs to be better because you're not going to get many chances, are you, to find that ball? And you are right. And look, it could be that they get 88 minutes, it's 1-0 Argentina, they come forward on attack Cape Verde, they get it right once. That's all they need. But the more it goes against you, the more you think, right, just that final ball isn't there. Unfortunately, just quickly on Lisandro Martinez, you spoke about his assist for Lionel Messi. And to me, this just speaks volumes that as a more forward, Vazinia's going to come out and collect it. Sorry, we were watching a replay of Messi being fouled. That's how much the obsession is, rightfully so. I think Lisandro Martinez, to me, could play in midfield for Manchester United, for Argentina.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think hasn't been looked at. I know he's still, 5'8", 5'9", but then you could get a centre back in and play him a little bit further forward. I think it would be perfect, personally, because again, as you see, that pass, that looks like a central midfielder playmaker has played that ball into Messi.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think maybe Nicolas Otamendi or newly appointed Spurs man Senesi to sit at the back with Sarah Mancini. I just think the centre midfield options they have, Argentina, that would probably be emergency status, whereas they're so heavily packed, aren't they, in that midfield? You know, they've got some great players on the bench as well. Giovanni Lo Celso, one of them as well. Palacios, Nicolas Gonzalez. You know, I just think that midfield's fairly packed out. But you're absolutely right in terms of Man United as well. It's definitely potential there for him, because on the ball he's brilliant, but you need that in the modern day centre half. And he showed it. Right, we're just about a minute away from the mandatory 45 ticking over, and we'll find out how much additional there'll be. Gone into a bit of a lull ever so slightly this game. I think that's just due to Argentina slowing the game down. Martinez will just carry it into the Cabo Verde half. That's a good midfield splitting pass to the far side. Almada just checks it backwards. It's a good triangle play. They're keeping hold of it on that far touch line. Enzo Fernandez just keeping it ticking along. Thiago Almada, of course, of Atletico Madrid in La Liga. Move to the near side. Right of centre is Christian Romero. Still a Spurs player for now. McAllister swivels on it down, trying to feed it through. Shot comes in. Vecino with the save. It's a good one down to his left. One you'd probably expect to make, but a good snapshot from the edge. I think it was Martinez, from Lautaro Martinez. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Messi picks it up right side of the box, flicks it backwards. Something out of sheer nothing. They just turn it on so quickly to Argentina. And Vecino was alive to it. But Argentina, again, coming forward with the man that got the assist for the goal. Back to the near side it comes with McAllister and Romero. 10 seconds away from the 45 being done. Romero again, just need to be careful here. That's good play. And moving it back to De Paul near side the number 7. He's got a man on his overlap, chooses not to use him. Back into the centre circle to Martinez. They sit indeed, Cabo Verde. No interest in it whatsoever at the minute. Players on the move. He's looking long again. He's looking for Messi again. Can he find him just over his head in the end? Is that a corner? Referee's given a goal kick. Back to the well. That time it might have been Enzo Fernandez. I thought it was Lisandro Martinez. Apologies. We're looking at Enzo Fernandez because it was him that had the shot. Correct? You can correct me because I was wrong. A rat-footed shot. Am I wrong in saying Vecino? It's a good save, but you'd expect him to make
100%, and he doesn't parry it too wide up, parry out for a corner, kind of parries it back into a dangerous position, doesn't he? So that would be questionable. Of course, he had that great game against Spain, didn't cover himself in a glory against Uruguay. But Argentina, you're 100% right. It's almost that lull. It's slow. They'll pass it, and then they're just quick 1-2 passing, and it kind of shocks the system. And that's how quick they can get chances off.
Yeah, it's terrifying at times, and they're doing it again. De Paul right hand side of the box, and they'll just check back to the right back position to Molina, and they're just moving it down the right flank, and inside they go. Not exactly a crossing team, but when you've got Lionel Messi in there, it's probably not your go-to, is it? Lautaro Martinez is no slouch in the air. Of course, got his first goal of the World Cup in the last game against Jordan, so probably want to be looking for more. Messi just moves it backwards. 4 minutes added on at the end of this half, and ball over the top from Messi, slightly underhit and picked off. Only as far as McAllister, haven't cleared the lines into Messi. He's just trying to flick past his man. It's not a bad idea, but he did have an option near side. We're a minute and a half into this added on 4. They can't make it stick at Cabo Verde, and it's all Argentina at the minute. It's off the back of the Argentine man. I think Messi's gone through his man. He has. Free kick it will be for Cabo Verde, and I think they'll welcome that bit of respite.
Just trying to now just get into half time now, as you say. We're just about to be halfway through. There's 4 minutes of stoppage time, as you said. Let's just get there at 1-0. Let's just make sure 2 minutes in, that could be nothing worse, isn't it? Than we always say, there's never a bad time to score a goal, but late on in the first half and second half, that's a great time to be scoring goals, isn't it? And again, it's just. And what again I like about Argentina, they want to find the best chance. They want to play the ball into the box, but But you know what? If a shot appears at any point 30 yards out, 20 yards out, they will take it. And they've got some great scorers from distance. McAllister scored some bangers for Liverpool. Fernandes scored that great goal in the World Cup last year. That curling effort kind of put him on the scene, didn't it, the Chelsea man? They're just well balanced. And as you said, how quick they go from 0 to 100 is so scary.
And they'll be looking for more, that's for sure. Cape Verde have it down the far side at the minute with Leroy Duarte, and it's just brilliant play at the back, and it's fairly comfortable defensively for Argentina. They've been absolutely stellar at the back, you have to be said. As it's moved back to McAllister, he's just going to carry it out centrally out of his own box and swept to the near side to DePaul. Are they going to look for one more minute to play the 4 added on before the break? Maybe looking to double their intake if they can. Messi's all the way back in his centre-half position just to keep the ball ticking over, but they don't really look interested in it at the minute. I wouldn't say attacking-wise Argentina have hit the highest level, but maybe they haven't needed to.
They've been in first gear, but as you said, I think because they haven't had to get out of it. I think, as you rightfully said earlier, I think they want to get a 2-goal lead. I think they want to get a second. They won't go gung-ho for it, but they want that comfortability. Look, they want a clean sheet as well. Emi Martinez will want that golden glove once again, won't he? He'll want the best goalkeeper, or he'll want the most clean sheets. So that's something they'll want. Martinez and Romero, they will want the clean sheets, but they'll want that 2-goal buffer. And once again, as you say, it's almost, we've got a 1-0 lead. We're happy to take that. We'll go get a second whenever Messi decides to do something. And apart from that, an easy first 45, really.
And we're just about to end it. Stood still in the centre of the field is Martinez with ball at feet. Over to Romero. Glance of the watch from the Canadian referee. As the referee, what I believe, has blown for half-time. The Magic Man Messi at it once again, and all going right for the reigning champions. At half-time, it's Argentina 1, Cape Verde 0.
Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vazinho. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vazinho. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vazinho. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vazinho. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. A blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. A blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. A blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. A blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. A blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. A blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. A blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. A blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-rushing Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. Half-time in Miami, and thanks to that man Messi once again, it is Argentina who lead Cape Verde 1-0 at half-time in the round of 32. Argentina very much in control. Cape Verde only one shot in the first 45 minutes. That was a blocked effort away, but Messi's goal, lovely running behind. Lisandro Martinez puts it on a dime for the Argentine skipper. First touch like Velcro, dinks it over the on-Russian Vecino. At half-time, Argentina lead Cape Verde 1-0. And it is a warm welcome back to second half action of the penultimate game in the round of 32 from Miami as Argentina take on Cape Verde. And thanks to Lionel Messi, Messi magic once again, his 20th World Cup goal, 7th of this tournament alone. It is Argentina 1, Cape Verde 0. Never really even got out of first gear, you'd have to say, have Argentina, but Cape Verde, maybe the opening 15 minutes, let's just say pre-hydration break, they were showing signs of counter-attacking and being positive. Everyone knows, we were speaking about in the first half, myself and my co-coms at Nathan, that the first goal, as cliche as it comes, that was always going to be so important for this game. In the second half, going from right to left, are Argentina in the usual white and blue. Cape Verde, more navy blue, if you will, navy, quite dark as well. They're going from left to right. in this second half. Doesn't seem to be any changes. I'll take you through the lineups in just a moment, but as I said, it's myself, Lewis Raftery, joined by Nathan Wastel. Take you through all the action of unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentary. It's round of 32, Argentina 1, Cape Verde 0 on the action from Miami. And Nathan, again, as we said, it was not underwhelming from Argentina, but it was just a one piece of brilliance from Messi. The goal was superb, the run, the ball from Martinez, the touch and finish was next level as come down the right hand side. But you point out in the first half, and that's why I say it, they never got out of first gear. There were some sloppy touches, there was some room left to counter, which Cape Verde never really took advantage of. But do you feel in the second half they might be like, right, let's go get that second, let's go get that buffer, let's give us that opportunity, let's go get Messi a second, who knows. It'll be interesting to see how, I think, basically until I maybe pass over to you the first half will go. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think Scaloni will be happy with what he's seen from his 11 men out there. They have the lead and they've come in at half time, but what I think that's done is just given them a platform to kick on in the second half, and that's what they need to do. So you're absolutely right, they'll be chasing that double, they'll be going for a second, of course they will, but I think he'll be fairly happy with what he's seen.
Down the right hand side, Stephen Moriera pulls it back to the edge of the area, heavy touch from Skipper Mendes, and it's just hoofed clear by Christian Romero. Quickly then, the lineups, it is Emi Martinez in goal, back four of Molina, Romero, Lisandro Martinez and Medina, midfield four of De Paul, McAllister, Fernandez and Almeida, and Lautaro Martinez and Skipper Messi are a duo up top. Down the left hand side, ball into the box is blocked away, and it will somehow be the first corner of the game, and it's going to go the way of Cape Verde, and it's an opportunity, you have to say, that we spoke about height. Argentina are quite a small side. Cape Verde could take advantage of this.
Yeah, it's huge for them, set pieces, absolutely huge. Needs to be a good ball in from that far side, outswinging left-footed corner from Cabral. They need to get this spot on right just at the start of the second half, big for them.
It will be an outswinger from the far side. It's a good delivery, heads go up, it's cleared away to the edge of the area. Strike will still come in. Will go well wide. Does it take a deflection? I think it does take a deflection, so it'll be the second corner basically in a row. And once again, Argentina coming out of the trap slow in the second half, you'd have to say.
Yeah, they are. Flick around the corner there, it was risky. To flick it to your man on the edge of the box, wasn't alive to it, and then shots come in. It did take in it. Cabral get another go. Wasn't a bad ball in from the first one. Just a good defensive header. But yeah, it's back-to-back corners. First corners of the game in the second half. Doesn't happen often.
Yeah, we were very shocked, myself and Nathan, at half-time going, there'd been no corners in that first half. Outswing into the back, sticks, heads go up, almost takes it away from his own man then. Enzo Fernandez will flick it forward. Messi just holding the right-hand side of the pitch. Strike from 40 yards out on the turn there by Skipper Mendes, well over the bar. There is a stricken player, Jovan Cabral, the number 7 for Cape Verde in the box. It's just, unfortunately, he goes up, but he goes over Rodrigo de Paul, clashes with his teammate, then takes a bit of a tumble on the surface, and I can imagine that is a bit of a sore one. Quickly, though, for Cape Verde, in goal, Vozinho. Ball forward, that's going to be a foul, actually, against Lautaro Martinez. Back forward of Moriera, Pico, Borges, and Sidney Cabral. The two Duartes, Laros and Deroy, are joined by Lanini in the midfield three. Skipper Mendes, De Costa, and Jovan Cabral in a 4-3-3. For Cape Verde. Back to the goalkeeper, Vozinho. Plays it into Lanini again. We spoke about Argentina, they don't really press. The hunt down the spaces they've got, and the pressing the correct areas. They're not over in terms of counter-pressing, moving players around, ball over the top, dealt with by Romero. And then it's almost that midfield 4 overload quite centrally, if you will. The full-backs get high and wide and offer the width there. Messi, well, he does whatever he wants to do and finds space. Back to Lisandro Martinez. He pinged that perfect pass for Messi's. I mean, again, Messi, it wasn't that he had nothing to do. He still had to bring it down from the Miami sky and first touch and a dinked finish over Vozinho. It was fantastic, but still Argentina, that slow, patient, decisive tempo, you'd have to say. Romero into the feet of Fernandez, forward into Lautaro Martinez, brings it down nicely, but tries to flick it around the corner for Messi. Now there'll be a counter-attack possibly for Cape Verde, but once again it's just a little bit too slow. And credit to Argentina, they're all like they're just absolute dogs out there. They work so hard in all the best ways, But again, we spoke about it in the first half. They needed it a few times where he won the ball fantastic and the passing's too late. You're going to struggle, a lot of teams, France and Spain, I think, are going to struggle to break down Argentina once they're in their set defensive shape. Nevertheless, no offence, Cape Verde, you spoke about in the first half, they've got to be quicker and more decisive on the counter.
Yeah, they do. It's just too easy for Argentina. They've barely been stretched in a defensive manner. It's just been fairly run-of-the-mill for them. Yes, Cabo Verde have had some possession in the Argentina half. It's more in this second. They've started the second half better than the leaders of this match. But yeah, it's you're not going to break through them, especially Cabo Verde. It's no deemed disrespect to them, but they don't have the quality to do so. So they have to get them aggressive, and it's just that everything's in front of Argentina, and that's what they want, and it's too easy for them.
Messi pings up all over the top, going to get on the end of it. Heavy first touch there, and out of play. Getting on the end of it was the full-back Molina. That shows how high and wide and into central areas as well that the full-backs will get, just stretching forward ever so slightly. And again, you feel that Molina's a great footballer. Maybe if that's Lautaro Martinez or that was someone else pinging it in for Lionel Messi, that's a really soft foul for Almeida to give away there as well. No cards as well, so that's something that we saw. No cards in the first half, no corners. Of course, cards usually come in the second half. Anyway, 8 minutes into the second half, Argentina 1, Cape Verde 0, unofficial independent off Tube Studio commentary of all the action from Miami. And of course, this is the penultimate round of 32 game. Myself and Nathan will be on the final one. Another South American side involved against an African side. Colombia against Ghana. That should be an interesting one. I think Colombia have been fantastic all the tournament long. You've already spoke about how they drew with Portugal. Probably the better team against Portugal as well. Colombia covered that game. I thought they were absolutely fantastic. The likes of James Rodriguez. Here come Cape Verde down the right hand side. Ball swung in into the Costa. Heavy first touch. It'll fall outside the area for a strike. It's at Martinez. For a second, he put all his weight to the right hand side. And myself and you probably have the little hearty mouth moment of, have they got an equaliser here? What a big moment. Again, defensively, they're not confident around you. They're not giving off this confident vibe, and just every time they come forward, Cape Verde again. This is where we maybe look and think, against a France, against a Spain, Argentina could get got at.
Yeah, absolutely. He shot that through 3 players as well. That's why I think Martinez reacted late, because he thought, he's just going to take a nick off my teammate, off my colleague. And then he had to zip down to his left once it had passed through them all. Maybe even taking a touch off Romero, I'm not quite sure. It was a good hit, and he got over it and drove it low as well from the edge of the box. Not a bad attempt at all, but Argentina have not started the second half that great, defensively and offensively, really. A bit toothless going forward at present. Lautaro Martinez, we talked about him, he's not having a great game. Cabo Verde, they've started the second half better, and then they've started it better than Argentina as well. We talked about how slim a 1-goal lead is. Argentina need a second.
They do, and again, Cape Verde just maybe had a little bit more quality in the final third. I think they've created a bit more chances than what they could have done. Here come Argentina down the left with Almeida. Again, I say down the left, but basically the left and right midfielders, Almeida off the left, De Paul off the right. They don't hold the width, they do like to come inside. De Paul on the right hand side, cuts further in. All right foot though, nice pass into McAllister. Looks for a 1-2 here. They come edge of the area. De Paul, can he find a ball into the box? He looks to overrun it. Messi will keep the attack alive. Lautaro into Medina, back to Enzo Fernandez, looking for an opportunity. He might unleash a strike. It opens up. De Paul back into Messi in the edge of the area. It's all tippy-tappy, and it's easy for Cape Verde to get away. Well, it is at first, and back to Vizinho. We're now confident he is on the ball. Messi was expecting, actually, I think, the fake shot there, the fake clearance, and he has to boot it out of goal. But that's where I think, when Enzo Fernandez had it then, for me, that's where I go, I know you're trying to create the perfect chance. Unleash a strike there. You got a bit of space, and it just feels like Cape Verde were like, I dare you to have a shot because you're trying to find the perfect chance.
It was him, and there was another man falling victim of it. Is De Paul. Yeah, absolutely, you're right. He was on the edge of the box. He should have hit it, and then he trickled through. Maybe it was on his left, so he didn't fancy it. But they're trying to pass it all the way through them, and I get what they're trying to do. But there's times in football you've just got to hit it. They haven't had a shot in the second half. You know, they haven't really tested Vizinho at all. So victim of overplaying it.
That was overplayed it, wasn't it? It's one of them. It's lovely when there's a bit of space and you can pass it and move it. As well, Medina cut back inside. I feel could have whipped the ball into the box. Doesn't have to be one, as we spoke about, not the tallest side. Don't have to be one hung up. Just a low fizzed effort in. Could go off a Cape Verde player in your turn up. Who knows? Down the right hand side, that's poor from Mendes, but really good defensive play from Medina. He wants a free kick. He's got to get up and continue. His referee this evening is Drew Fisher, the Canadian official. It's a good game, I'd have to say, so far. But Cape Verde, and as Nathan rightfully pointed out, they've been the better side so far in the second half. So far, they've had 4 shots, 1 on target. Well, curse of the commentator, terrible ball down the byline there. Vizino trying to give his team a bit of confidence. And you just felt there when Messi was pressing Vizino down. Messi even just stood. He almost cut off it, didn't he? When, if you want to clear it. But I know you like to a few times, Cruyff turned-esque, if you will. Just going to kind of stand here and stand off of you and put a bit of pressure on you. And to me, is this game maybe screaming out for a substitute to come on for either team and make an impact?
Yes, absolutely. I think Argentina needs to start making some subs soon as well. I think Lautaro Martinez would probably be my first pick to make way. Need some fresh ideas and some fresh legs. And then maybe defensively you're fine, but on them wide positions, maybe they just need a bit of freshness. Messi needs a new partner up there. Because at the minute, if I was Scaloni, I'd be looking at this thing, and this is going the wrong way for us, and that should be a yellow card for Romero. Lucky man.
That is very lucky. I thought it completely... It's not a two-footed bloody tackle, but it's a lovely first touch from Laros Duarte, and he just comes in from behind. But it's one of them where he just jogged away. He knew exactly what he was doing. I think Romero was expecting a yellow there as well.
Of course he was. He plays in the Premier League as well. That's a yellow card all day. He stopped the counter-attack as well. Stopped the attack. So for all the reasons, that should be a card, and he's definitely got away with one there.
Well, again, we're waiting for the first card. Cape Verde coming forward well. Romero with a beautiful time tackle there to come over the ball. If not, there was a big danger on there. Argentina win the ball. De Paul dinks it to Messi, trying to find a ball forward. Again, just forcing it a little bit too much on Argentina, but also just looking a little bit off the boil. And I know that, for example, Norway rested a lot of players against France and then didn't look at... I mean, you could say they looked a little bit off it in the game against Ivory Coast. Is this also players that are over-rested? Because against Jordan, it was coming into this game 9 changes. Only Emi and Lautaro Martinez are the players who started that game. Is this a team that are almost... Not they're not match fit, but it's been a long time in between those games, and they're seeing those effects. I'll bring Nathan in a moment as Mendes has it down the right hand side, ball through the legs of Medina. Strike comes in, and Cape Verde have an equaliser. It can't say it hasn't been coming. The opening 15 minutes of this second half, they have been the better side by far. Argentina, they've been sleepwalking through this second half. Cape Verde, they've been the Cinderella story of this tournament, and at the moment, my word, even a draw against Argentina to take it maybe into stoppage time and extra time, that would be a fantastic story. They've got their equaliser. Myself and Nathan say it's been coming and coming and coming. They've been terrible in the second half of Argentina, but is that a poking of the bear where Argentina turn and rock up against Cape Verde? Hour in Miami, Argentina won, Cape Verde won. Brilliant,
absolutely fantastic. They deserve that, and so do Argentina. They deserve that as well because they've been really poor. From a tight angle, stabbed through to the number 14, Leroy Duarte, who's been everywhere. He's just got so much space in the box, right? He's in a tight angle though, traps it with the left and then fires it through Martinez's legs into the bottom left. It's a really smart finish. He doesn't have much room over Martinez's boot as well. It's a really, really good finish, and it's all for Argentina to do. But they do deserve that, Cape Verde. They've been brilliant. The fans are in tears. Means so much to them. Scoring against the reigning champions, that is huge. Never mind the result, just that moment in general is absolutely brilliant for them. They have a goal against the reigning champions. Such a stubborn side to beat, aren't they, Cabo Verde? And they haven't been beaten yet. And like I say, Argentina coming out of the second half have been extremely poor, and they deserve that. And like you say, this may just be the waking up that they needed.
It's just one of them, isn't it, where Argentina go, right, we've been poor. We didn't think they'd even get a goal or lay a glove on us. Well, that's exactly what Cape Verde are doing. Emi Martinez, he looks underwhelmed. Again, as you said, the great scenes from those Cape Verde fans. Again, we're seeing in this game a lot of white and blue. of the Argentines, but the dark navy of Cape Verde, they're the ones celebrating right now. I think we're going to kick off before, yes we are, but definitely you can see Argentina are making 2 changes. I want to say I can see a number 9, and that's why I would have brought on when you speak about Lautaro Martinez. I mean, I would have started Julian Alvarez. I think he complements Messi a lot more personally. Argentina, though, will get us back underway. An hour in here in Miami, and although Argentina led through Messi magic, well, Cape Verde shocking us once again. It is Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. What a finish that was in the end from Leroy Duarte. And where do we go from here? Argentina need to buck up their ideas, because if the first 15 minutes of the second half is anything to go by, you would probably back Cape Verde grabbing a second, and who knows, taking the lead. It's Argentina. Lisandro Martinez fizzes it into Fernandez. That's a poor pass, and again maybe sums up their second half. And I keep saying second half. They didn't pull up any trees in the first half, really, at Argentina, as the ball spreads a nice pass to Medina, tries to play it back into the middle. It's easily dealt with by Lanini. And as I say that, I keep saying second half, but realistically, apart from the goal with Messi, which was out of this world, they have been pretty poor the entire just over an hour.
Yeah, agreed. We thought maybe they hadn't got out of first gear because they didn't need to. They got that goal, and that was that. And they were going to coast into a second, but they took the foot off the gas, and they've actually been fairly sloppy. And they deserve to concede that goal.
Messi coming forward. He's got a one opportunity. What a save by Vozinho. It's cleared away. It will be the first corner for Argentina. 1-on-1. And Messi, it was on his weaker right boot, but a lovely piece of play. That's what Argentina have been missing. For the world, you thought that Messi was going to make it 2-1, regain the lead. Messi's got a brace. You could see from the fans in the stands, Vozinho came up big against Spain, and that might be the save of the tournament, if you will. Messi 1-on-1.
I think it was right at him, to be frank, but he spreaded it well, and he did well in the end. But for all the world, you think Messi, if it's on his left, but you can't say that against, he's the best player in the world, isn't he? Lautaro Martinez is going to make way for Julian Alvarez. That substitution should have been made 10 minutes ago, and I think that's why they're now level. He's taking too long. This is what happens. Thiago Almeida is going to go off as well, the Atletico Madrid man. I think Nicolas Gonzalez is going to be coming on as well, the number 15. So he's more of a centre midfielder, so maybe a shuffle in the pack.
You'll have to see, yeah, I think you're spot on there. The winger formerly of Fiorentina, that's where I know him from in Serie A, but spent the last season on loan at Atletico Madrid. Corner comes in, it's straight into the palms of Vozinho. I don't think it's a bad delivery from Messi, if I'm honest, but Vozinho comes out there. But what you said, spot on. That change needed to happen 55 minutes on the clock at best, realistically, didn't it? Almost as a sign from the boss to say, you aren't playing well, you've got to come off, you're going to be hooked, because Messi's not having a good game. But it's Messi. It is just one of them. You keep him on the field. Unless you're freeing him up, you take him off, don't you? His job's done. It's almost that sign of, you're not playing well, you're coming off. You're not playing well, you're coming off. The rest of you, book your ideas up or you're coming off. You're at the... Look, there's a long way to go in this game. Argentina could still win 3-1, 4-1 realistically, couldn't they? Especially after that chance they created for Messi. But, as you rightfully said, that substitute way too late. You're right, probably could have come at half time if we're being completely honest. Argentina coming forward with McAllister, looking to regain their lead in swift fashion. 65 minutes into this clash in Miami. Messi on the edge of the area, swings a lovely ball wide to Gonzalez. His first few touches, tries to take it down the byline and past his man. It's a ball pass back to Medina. He'll still come over the ball though, Gonzalez. And it's another player who'll come on, and he's a great player, of course, but the work rate is something that brings on with fresh legs. Enzo Fernandez plays it down the left-hand side for Medina again. I don't know if it's the height, I don't know, but they're so afraid to put a cross into the box at the moment, are Argentina. Fernandez swings it to Romero. And wider to Rodrigo de Paul. Romero made a forward run at the moment. He's the widest player on the right-hand side. McAllister into the box, chested down, looking for Julian Alvarez. That's pouring again. Just be right that way, Medina there. I just don't. You don't have to float with him, because the goalkeeper will come out and claim that, because you haven't got any 6'4" strikers in there. But what's the fizzing, whipping across, in getting a corner, getting some positivity?
No, absolutely. The cross doesn't have to be airborne. They look so reluctant to cross the ball. just put along the floor, drill it. Like you say, it can ricochet, go out for a corner. You can find a man inside the box. They'll welcome it, but they seem very reluctant at the minute.
They do. Right-hand side, Molina. DePaul, of course, we're just a few minutes realistically away from the hydration break, and you would say, if you're Argentina, yes, you're on the ball, they probably need it a lot more than Cape Verde do. Alvarez, can he create something? The Atletico Madrid man, again, he's looking for options. Cape Verde are now sitting back. They've got a draw. They've got something to hold on to with that goal, and they don't want to let it go anytime soon. You would say if this was to go to extra time, that would be very underwhelming for Argentina. Romero looking for a ball forward into the box. It's a good one. Gonzalez leaves it. Enzo Fernandez goes for almost a karate bicycle-esque kick. Slices it wide. Once again, it's a good ball in behind, but this is where frustration can maybe gather going into the hydration break. Double change coming up now for Cape Verde. You'd have to say it is positivity as well. Laros Duarte will be the first player to be coming off the field of play, as well as Nuno da Costa, the striker. I feel for da Costa, he's not really had anything to play off of. It's been an awkward one for him, a lot of running, I can imagine. But Monteiro, Jaimiro Monteiro and Livramento are on. I covered the Uruguay game, as I say. I know you covered a couple of games of Cape Verde as well. Monteiro, he was fantastic, I thought. I felt him not playing today was a defensive change, if you will, but to say now he's one apiece and you bring him on, he's got fresh legs. He will be thinking, could I make it a name for myself in this World Cup? Yeah, brilliant, absolutely fantastic substitutions as well, and credit to them going for it. They could sit on this thing and 25 minutes to go, let's just sit on this and take extra time. They're making positive substitutions. I like it as well. It's a breath of fresh air for them. It's all up to Argentina now to go out and chase this game and try go win it. It's all up for Cabo Verde, maybe just to sit in and keep it. But from the attacking football we've seen from Argentina, it's been a bit underwhelming so far. That'll be a free kick, and you would say yellow card, and there we go. We've got our first card of the afternoon. It's taken us a while, but you are spot on. We do have the first yellow card of the afternoon. Messi brought down there. It's going to go the way of Kevin Lanini, number 6 for Cape Verde. And what you probably would say is it's a little bit further out than Messi had a free kick earlier on in the game. It's more centrally, and it's still a little bit further out. Again, I will say Kevin Lanini, but Kevin Pina, according to the broadcasters, is still the number 6 for Cape Verde. More centrally, but again, you probably would say this is just Messi thinking, right, let me just have a pop at goal, let me test here. The goalkeeper, who knows, test him, get a corner, I don't know. Or they could be working something about it, but what I will say is this is probably the last chance before the hydration break, unless it was to go out for a corner, for example, or anything along those lines, with an opportunity for Argentina to regain their leads. DePaul is around it as well, but you would expect this is just all about Messi, or maybe something out of the training ground as well. Messi is the one to step up. He does go for goal. It's off the head of Lanini in the wall. Awkward bounce from Medina, and Monteiro comes away with it, but too many white and blue jerseys will win the ball back. Goes back as well to Lisandro Martinez. Again, they just looked a little bit tired to me, do the Argentina players. I mean, they do work their absolute socks off, and again, this is what we were speaking about earlier, weren't we? Nathan, is sometimes when you haven't been tested, and then you get a team that you kind of unexpectedly takes it to you, I think it rocks you back a little bit. For example, if you play Spain, you know you're going to give away chances, you know they're going to take it to you. Maybe if Argentina undervalued and maybe a second thoughted Cape Verde here compared to what a lot of teams would have done, and are already looking past them. I'll bring Nathan in a moment. Actually, that's a poor ball into Messi, cleared away. Are they almost looking past Cape Verde? Is that why this performance is a bit poor, possibly? The thing is, I could argue that for Spain coming into the tournament, it's the first game, and they think, it's Cape Verde, we'll probably win this. They've had 3 warnings, Argentina, about how stubborn this Cape Verde side are and what they'll bring. They're not going to make it easy for you. They should have known this. The complacency shouldn't be there. They just do look slightly off the gas. They can turn it on at any moment, of course, but it's just, it's slightly worrying for them at the minute. 20 minutes to go. They are slightly running out of time. It is the enemy, that is for sure. Alvarez on the edge of the area. Again, they've just got to be a little bit quicker, I will say, Argentina. Usually they are very good at moving it quickly, but ball into the box, looking for the head of Messi. Just under hit there. Cleared away. DePaul will be the first to get it, but then his pass as he's stretching does lose out, but that's well held there by Gonzalez. I thought he's come on and brought a lot of energy, I will say, on that left-hand side. Back into Enzo Fernandez. back out to Nico Gonzalez on the left-hand side. He's looking for options, looking for passes. Again, this is when it's just too slow. This is, to be honest,
standing still.
This is exactly what I spoke about. As what I really liked about Argentina is they dropped a little bit back because then that left space in. They're pressing too high, so there is no space at all. Left-hand side, Fernandez puts one back into the box. Alvarez to the edge of the area, and Messi comes away over. Is he clipped on the edge of the area? Yes, he is. And this is one right just outside the area. This is perfect Messi territory, I'd have to say. We're still waiting on the hydration break, but we are well over the halfway mark of this second half. Argentina won, Cape Verde won. Unofficial independence off Tube Studio commentary of this penultimate round of 32 clash in Miami. And with a big free kick from Messi to come, can he grab a brace and regain the lead? I will pass you over to Nathan to take us through to full time.
Thanks, Raf. Yeah, well, you passed it to me and Messi hit the back of the net, so maybe the signs are there. Duarte, Messi did really well to get in front of his man and get clipped. Got 18 to play, plus additional. He's had a couple of free kicks already. They were slightly underwhelming. One was at the keeper's feet, one at the wall. This is much closer. Is it too close? So a couple of yards outside the area. It's a toughie, but of a man of his stature, you'd expect the net to ripple. Left-hand side of the D. It's set up for a left footer, but he's going to curl it towards goal. You'd like to think he may try wrong foot and put it the other side. There's a lot going on. There's a 4-man wall and then a man laid behind. There's a 3-man wall of Argentina as well. He's going to go for it early, and what a save that is from Vizinha. He'd gone early with it. He's trying to shepherd this one out. Is it going to go out for a corner? I think it is. He went early, Messi, to do the keeper who stood at the other side of the goal, but he recovered exceptionally well. Good save. What reactions from the 40-year-olds. You wouldn't expect that, would you? But you're right. He caught nearly the broadcasters out. They cut back right at the last second. It's going to be another corner. Argentina building a bit of pressure and momentum maybe now, but his enemy, the time against them. Ball into the box. Header comes to the back post. It's just past their man. It's going to be a goal kick, and I think we're going to get that dreaded hydration break just when the game started getting much more exciting again. He's on the post, Vizinha. He's on it, and then he's wrapped it with the right. It's not bang in the corner on the right-hand side, but he's recovered extremely well. Did the whistle blow? We're not sure. We don't know, but he's made the save nonetheless. 17 to play. That's the closest they've come in the second half. Lionel Messi and Argentina. It's not a bad attempt at all. You can see what he was going for. It was cheeky, but hydration break is imminent. I mean, if we're going to go to penalties, you don't want to be going up against Vizinha, do you? No, confidence as well. And again, as we were speaking before we even started the live coverage here, that again, Spain, my word, it's like he had a Superman cape on, wasn't he? He was absolutely fantastic. And then, as I said, I covered the Uruguay game, and it was 0 to 100 in the opposite direction. It wasn't the same goalkeeper. I don't know when is it almost against Spain, you get yourself that motivated and that up that it's just as you've got nothing left for the next game. Could be the same in this one, that he's just sat up for it, that amplified. Look, the goal Messi scored, no goalkeeper saving. Doesn't matter who you are. Neuer, in the World Courtois, does not matter. Emi Martinez, no one's saving that Messi goal, so you can't really blame him for that, can you? We're just seeing pictures as well, as Nathan said, it's hydration break. You're not missing anything. We're just seeing the Cape Verde fans again. Scoring against Argentina is like winning the World Cup for these, isn't it? So what a moment it is. I'm sure a lot of people will have thought Argentina to win 3 or 4-0 in this game. Argentina to win 0 to keep a clean sheet. I'm sure a lot of people would have had those on and expected that. But Cape Verde, well, they've had a lot of shocks, have shocked everyone, and they continue to do that. And the hydration break, as you rightfully said, this goes against Argentina. This will be great for Cape Verde, unless Argentina get the real kick up the backside and go, oh yeah, we need to do something. Because after the last hydration break, as you said, 90 seconds and Messi scored. So there's a precedent for it, but this is not the right time for Argentina. They would have loved to keep playing on. Yeah, absolutely. Lionel Scaloni will be saying as well, you're giving them all the chance in the world to knock you out if we go extra time and even penalties. You go out and get this done in the 90, and you got 15 minutes to do it. So you better be cracking on. Just looking at Messi there, wasn't a million miles away, but yeah, they were amping up the pressure, were the reigning champions. But hydration break is just about over. 75-15 to go. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary on our screen from the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Argentina 1, Cabo Verde 1. Can you believe? at the minute. 9 attempts, 5 on target for Argentina, 5 attempts, 2 on target. But the most important stat of them all is the scoreline. And we are level, as we are just waiting to get back underway between these two sides. I'm sure both managers, I talked about Scaloni, but Babista as well, he'll be saying a lot to his side in that hydration break. And we got ourselves a goal kick for Cabo Verde and Vecina to take. He's taking a sweet time over it. He needs to be careful. I'm sure the count will be coming in. We're getting a lot of added time in this game, I would presume. But he's put the ball centrally down inside his 6-yard box, and it looks like he's going over to the far side. Interesting to see how they set up for the remainder of this game. Are they going to try go nick it, or are they just going to sit in? I'll probably say it's the latter. Is that a push from McAllister? No, it isn't. Bit of head tennis in the centre. That's going to move into the Argentinian half. That's not a bad header at all. And they're moving forward. That's a good strong tap from McAllister, and the referee's blown for a free kick. May have just gone over the top of the ball. He's got a much better view than I did, but the Liverpool midfielder is absolutely perplexed.
I thought, if anything, the push in the back a few minutes ago was more of a foul than that. He does go over him, but I also feel, where can McAllister go? He can't stop his momentum. He don't fly through Monteiro. But I mean, at the moment, if you were to say, if you were to tell us in the next, we're going to get a goal in this game, it's going to finish 2-1, whatever. Who's going to get the goal? At the moment, you'd probably back the underdogs Cape Verde.
And, well, we've already seen one free kick that nearly hit the back of the net. We may just be getting another one here. We saw them score an absolute corker of a goal, didn't we, in the opening game? Sorry, not their opening game, the one against Uruguay. And it was this man, I do believe, on it, the number 6, Lanini. And I think he's going to go for this again. He hit it into the bottom right-hand corner. He's going to go for it again. He's gone low, and maybe he should have just left it at the 1, because he's dragged that well wide for a goal kick.
Yeah, it was exactly the same situation, exactly the same free kick. Low, driven, exactly what he's trying to do. But the problem that he had then is, first of all, he's already done it, so it's in the back of your mind. Second of all, against Uruguay, he just kind of ran up and took it. Whether I assume it was a pre-planned thing, but it caught Uruguay, it caught everyone off guard. Lanini, it looked like he was just, if anything, about to jog away, and then kind of turned around and went for it, so it was like it was a shock to the system. The keeper maybe wasn't ready, the defence wasn't ready. Whereas that, you almost go, well, you did this last time, so we know what you're going to do. So it would have taken a real awkward one. But I mean, right now, Argentina were looking great coming into this game, weren't they? And now you look and go, have they got a lot of kinks in the armour? As Lisandro Martinez bound for the ball there, I thought the referee was going to give a free kick to Cape Verde.
I think he's lucky. He's pulled his man down after nearly losing the ball. They've lost their way, Argentina. They really have. Alvarez moves it inside. And they just got it at the back at the minute. There's a high press on for Cabo Verde, and they believe that's a strong tackle in there, and it will be a free kick for Argentina. Lanini, who I do believe is on a yellow card, the holding midfielder. So he needs to be very careful, because he's gone in very hard, and he's on top of the boot. He just about glances the side of the foot. It'll hurt, but he's lucky he hasn't planted it right on top. With more substitutions awry maybe for Cabo very shortly. I think Argentina needs to be the one that makes substitutions. That's a ball over the top. Doesn't look too bad for Nicolas Gonzalez. He's going to put a ball into the box. It's behind everyone, though. It's not a good ball in. It'll be a throw-in on the near side. In the end, Messi was nowhere to be seen. Maybe an Alvarez and De Paul marching into the area. Yeah, ball just in behind. 11 to play. Running out of time. But Cabo Verde makes some substitutions. Interesting to me that it's not Argentina making substitutions.
Yeah, they've only made 2, and you can probably look at the rest of the squad, and again, bar Messi, say, you could probably take a lot of them off, couldn't you, realistically? And it's going to be wingers coming off here, Jovan Cabral and skipper Ryan Mendes. They're the 2 players coming off, and Varela and Semedo coming on in their place. So again, it's like for like, isn't it? But I think it's like for like because they want players to get back with fresh legs as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're set up now to see this out till the final whistle. And Martinez moves it to the near side, just inside the Cabo Verde half, around the corner. That's a really poor pass, but well picked off. They can't make it stick. Yeah, Enzo Fernandez, he looks heavy-legged as well, and that's a foul, surely. He hasn't given it against Medina. It looked like he just held his man off and blocked his path, but throw-in nonetheless for the champions. Centre circle of their own half with Romero. Can they avoid a scare, or is this going to go the whole way like we just saw with Australia and Egypt? he's asking for options and they're not getting much at the minute. That's a good pass to Alvarez. He's just got an edge of the box. Messi's delayed it and he's flicked it to the near side. He's onside as well. Oh, it's going to be a corner kick to Argentina. But I tell you what, Pico nearly put that in the back of his own net. For all the world, I thought that ended up there.
I thought that was a great tap-in from the defender there. So close. But he has to do that, though, because even if that goes in the back of his own net, there was an Argentina player about to tap that in. Corner taken quickly.
Back post, headed back across, misses everyone. We talked about drilling them balls in low and hard, and well, they must have heard us, because that was a brilliant ball in. Backwards it goes. Enzo Fernandez, he needs to come off this field. That's a horrific pass to the far side. He just evades everyone. Nearly ends up in the clouds in Miami. We're just getting another look at it. Messi stabbed it through. Ball driven in low, not a bad one at all. Yeah, Lopez has to do it. He has to take that risk, or that's just a tap in at the back post for that man Enzo Fernandez. And I tell you what, it almost puckers the lips and kisses the post as it goes past.
Yeah, it's one of them. If that goes in the back of the net, you just can't have a go at him, because he goes, well, it's either I get that and try and put it out, or Fernandez makes it 2-1. You just got to make that deal, haven't you? You're right, though. He's the one who, for me, has got to come off. I'd keep DePaul on, move him centrally, bring someone on, maybe a Simeone, because he will bring energy to this game on that right-hand side. He'll be up and down, and he'll be up for it as well. Maybe an Eco Paz for a little bit of a flair, a little bit of difference, I don't know, but the Fernandez is the one that's looking leggy, as you say.
Yeah, it's moved to the far side for Argentina. Medina cuts it back to Lisandro Martinez. Let me just think about that long ball. There's not movement in front of him at all. Zips it to Gonzalez, near side. It's standstillish for Argentina as the press comes in from Cabo Verde, and they may just win the ball back here. It's gone all the way through to the keeper, and as soon as they put the press on Argentina, they've panicked, and it's wasteful again. And it's not good, and for all the world, it looks like we're hitting extra time again.
It does, and as you say, back to back, if you will, in terms of games. As I said earlier, myself and Nathan on the 2:30 a.m. at least UK time kickoff. So that's cutting us quite close, if you will, closer than we thought. But look, as being Messi's the man for the moment. Argentina sometimes are one of them sides, of course, you can look at and say they've not been good enough, but they've just got the players to make. Again, that's that one chance. If it's not for great defending, it's 2-1, because it's a great piece of play, isn't it? So who knows? Each one of them is at the 83 minutes on the clock, with the 3 minutes of hydration break and other things. You might be looking at 15 minutes of game time left here. That's a long time left for Argentina to get one here to come.
To the near side it comes. Nicolas Gonzalez pulls it across. It looks like it'll be another corner for Argentina. Just have a player at the right place at the right time, and it's Lanini this time. Another ball pulled back. Looks like there will be an Argentina corner as well as a substitution. Is it Valentin Barco? I'm trying to see who exactly. Well, it looks like DePaul's making way on that far side. And trying to see, is it Paredes, the number 5? It is. DePaul goes off and Paredes, the number 5, comes on. It's probably the go-to. Ball comes in, headed to the back post. They haven't dealt with it, but they may just do now. Rising above everyone there, Romero flicked on, didn't get a true enough contact. Is Enzo Fernandez limping back here? I thought he'd be the one to go off, to be frank, but he's still on the field of play. That's an overhit pass. Oh, he's fallen to the floor and he's just handled it for no reason. These players are all over the place. Yeah. They look knackered. They look absolutely... Romero's just fallen over himself. Medina's down on the floor. Enzo Fernandez is holding his leg. It's a mess for the champions.
You'd have to say that they've made 3 subs and they've got 2 left. You've got to say Medina, he looks like he can't play anymore. And you'd have to say Enzo Fernandez, first of all, looks knackered, he's got to come off. So you'd have to say that's the 2 you've got to make now, haven't you? Out of just pure, you've got to make it. Both players will want to stay on. But for their betterment of the team, betterment of everything, you've also got 1 block left to make, so you've got to make a double change to get the best out. If you've got Tagliafico, that's left back for left back. Paredes just come on. You'd see maybe a Palacios could come on. Lascelles. So I mean, for me, I would be bringing Simeone on, because just for the energy he brings so much. He's a great footballer as well, but it has to be said that he will get stuck. He'll almost be, when you see a player come on and they bring that energy, it brings extra energy from everyone else, doesn't it? Medina's gone back down. I think he's done that because they're probably saying, we're not ready for the double sub, go back down, lads. Yeah,
and I think McAllister's gone get up and get off.
Yeah.
I think he's done the right thing there, the Liverpool midfielder, because he's taking his time and it's their game to chase. He needs to pull himself off. In the end, he's got a grimace on his face, so he's going to come off, I do believe. He's fallen on the ball in the midfield. Enzo Fernandez as well, who's hurt. Is it Tagliafico coming on? That would be my first bet, the number 3. Just trying to see exactly who it is. It is Tagliafico, so again, like for like. But it's an absolute mess out there for the team in light blue and white, and it'll be a throw-in far side for Cabo Verde.
Well, now they can't make that 5th substitution because that's the 3rd block as well. I think that's what Medina was trying to go down to get that right. Can Enzo Fernandez continue? Can we make that extra sub? McAllister saying, no, if you don't go off now, we're going to be down to 10 men. And then Enzo Fernandez might be a limping man. We can't afford that right now. Let's just get the extra man on. And again, they still just look, it's slow, isn't it? It's tepid, and I know in the group stage we were speaking about they weren't tested, but it was quick, it was snappy, wasn't it? This just looks like an Argentina side that, although so many were resting against Jordan, look like they've played so many games, haven't they? It looks like the opposite effect they've had, that they've had too much rest and they're not on that kind of boil of ticking over with minutes in the legs.
Messi, far side, takes on his man well. He's going to run to the byline. He's going to put a right-footed ball across, headed clear. Very well to the edge of the box it goes. Shot comes in way over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick in the end. McAllister's pleading for a corner. We've seen referees change their minds in the past, and I think he may have just done that.
I do think I did take a deflection, if I'm honest. I mean, he's flying in. We'll watch it back. He does off the shin, doesn't he? I mean, I think it is going over. I don't think it's going in the back of the net. But it did look to take a deflection. And, I mean, Messi, that's just Messi right there going, right, give it to me. I will carry this team forward now. I haven't had a great game, but I'll take on 4 players and I'll beat them all. We spoke about they've not got great height, but Messi's usually got a big delivery. 87 minutes on the clock. This is a big, less than 10 minutes for Argentina.
Yeah. As ball's going to be an in-swinger with that left foot. Can he conjure up an assist in this game? Goes to the front post. It's a header clear. No one really attacking it in the light blue and white. It was all Cabo Verde. Are they going to put a ball in the box? I doubt it. Yeah, they're going to go backwards. It's a bit of a risky ball, and then a ball back in. It's just everyone's offside. It's not a ball that should have been made. Tagliafico with the fresh legs pull it backwards, asking for offside. Not going to be given. Back it goes. Julian Alvarez not brought much to the game just yet. Tagliafico inside to the edge. Alvarez, good touch, and then a ball over to the far side to Messi. What can he conjure up? They need something from him. He's going to run forward into the box. He's on that left foot, and he goes, and again, just victim of overplaying it. He was making a run inside, and he wasn't found. That's going to be cleared out by the substitute, the number 17, and over to the far side. You'd anticipate it'd be fairly relentless now for Argentina. 2 minutes to go, as they almost gave the ball away at the back for no real reason. You think a bit of hefty additional time as well. Enzo Fernandez, can they break Cabo Verde hearts? The Chelsea midfielder moves it to the far side. Again, not a lot of movement. It's almost like they've shut up shop for extra time. Paredes looking out for Messi, finds him. He's going to try to take on his man. He's going to have to go backwards to try it. He's going to put a ball in the box. It's a searcher. Head's going. Oh, it looked like maybe handball. Cleared out. In the end, they've just about dealt with it. They're asking for handball. Referee's going to stop it. It will be a throw in far side. Maybe just a hint from the number 4 Pico. I'm sure they'll have a look, but at the minute it looks like a throw in. It
doesn't give it as a throw. What a ball from Messi, though. That's a beautiful pass in. We'll watch it back on the replay. Is it a handball? I think that's a handball. It's off the head of McAllister. Pico. Oh, does it come off his head?
Comes off his face first. I think that saved him.
I think you're right. I think that saved him. It hits his hand, but you're right. It takes a slice of deflections off his face, off his nose. Then it comes off his bicep, his arm. But of course, usually, at least a rule I'm sure that is being made, if it comes off another body part then goes off the arm, it isn't given as handball. Rightfully so. But that kind of saves him, because when I first saw it coming, I thought it is a handball. The referee, he's throwing. Argentina still have the ball, but no penalty.
Yeah, as moving inside, they had a case until it hit him in the face, unfortunately. Correct decision by the Canadian official. Move to the near side. Back it goes. Can they find that winner? Or we go into extra time. Ball over the top, straight into the keeper's hands. Horrific ball. And they're going to take over the 90 minutes at 1-1.
Yeah, that's really poor. And but as you rightfully said about Argentina, when Cape Verde scored, this is what Argentina deserve. They need to be better. This could be a complete wake-up call. They could be out of the tournament. Cape Verde could be in the round of 16 to face Egypt. As coming into this game, I think was everyone going, so whoever wins Australia or Egypt, that's who face Argentina, right? Who knows at this point. We're waiting on confirmation of the minutes of added time. That'll be such a massive impact of how long we have to go here. Messi's dropping so deep, if anything, I don't think he'll be getting the goal, if anything. It'll be him probably needing to set someone up.
Yeah, as he's got it now, centrally. 8 added minutes, ball over the top, looks over here. He'll head it back across just about. They haven't cleared their lines. Is that a free kick in the centre? Referee's not interested. It's inside the box to go out. And back it goes, half a minute into the 8 added on, to the edge. Alvarez thought about the shot. He may unload now, dancing through, does well, trying to put it back across. Brilliant interception, and then cleared down the line. They just need to clear their lines now. And they've got it back to the halfway line. Romero centrally in the pitch, carrying it forward. 8 minutes is more than enough time for either of these two teams to go out and win this in 90. It's with that man in the centre, in Paredes. Centrally in the Cabo Verde half, man on this near side, thought about it. Enzo Fernandez, who is still ticking along, moves it inside to McAllister. Still very centrally in the Cabo Verde half as they just sit in at the 1-1. Not a lot of creativity going on for Argentina at the minute. They've given it to Messi. That's the man you want to be giving it to. Paredes out to the far side. There's a man over, and he's used. Over to the far side it goes. Are they going to put a ball in the box? Hesitant again to put it in. There is bodies in there, but they're not interested. As it's coming forward, Paredes may go for this, and he has straight at the keeper, and it didn't really test him. Uncomfortable.
I don't blame him though. Someone's got. Yeah. It's just go for the striker. Molina whipped that ball into the box, and it's just not terrible from Paredes. If anything, Fazini's going to his left. It has curling more into the centre, isn't it? So that could have been a mistake from some other goalkeepers. And you're right. It's one of them, isn't it? Where if I'm quite honest, he's so lucky. Is Pico, because he does come off his hand, but it is the slightest of touches off his face. But that does mean it's not a handball, because what a moment. Ronaldo scored an equaliser from the penalty spot yesterday, well, early hours of the morning realistically. Messi could win a game from the penalty spot, who knows. But I mean, still Argentina are going to come forward, but Cape Verde, they're defending quite comfortably to say we're in the almost last chance saloon moments. Yeah,
they don't look overly momentous to go out and win this game, Argentina, at the minute. And is that just due to tiredness? But again, like you say, they've rested. They made 9 changes against Jordan. Is it down to match fitness not being up to scratch? Who knows? Paredes going to carry out the right hand side of the centre circle and moves it to the far side. Coming forward with Medina. Well, I say coming forward, they've gone backwards with the ball. We're ticking nearly into 93 of 98. Over to the near side to Lisandro Martinez. They need to start conjuring up some chances, Argentina, or we are facing an extra half an hour of football. Over to the far side by Paredes. Thinking of putting the ball in the box. It's taking it a wicked deflection over everyone in the end, and it should just be dealt with in the end. It did come off a Cabo Verde man, so they're going to have to keep this in. They have, but they come again. Wasn't a bad ball in at all, but the deflection helped it dip into the edge of the box to Messi. Wriggling around as he loves to do. He's past 1, he's gone past 2, and he's been hugged. Oh, this is big. It's really set up for a left footer here. It's about 2 or 3 yards outside the area. It's on the right-hand side rather than the left. Vecini's been fairly comfortable with the free kick so far. He made a cracking one, but that is definitely a free kick. This is a huge opportunity, 93.5 on the clock.
I mean, this is even better than the other one he had, didn't he? Because this is a better option to curl it. What a chance this could be, though. And as you said, wriggling away, Messi, 39, he's been fantastic. But that was as if seeing Messi from 15 years ago, wasn't it? Taking on players, power and pace. Come off the man, come off the minute. It's not easy, but you just have a feeling. I remember, was it in the 2014 World Cup when he scored that last minute goal to win 1-0 in the group stage? He said, if you just feel like something's going to drop for him, and he will put it in the back of the net. This is absolutely massive. As he said, Vecini's had him covered from free kicks. That one where he got to the other side. This one, though, you just feel Messi magic for the first one. Could he grab a brace? And once again, as per usual, be Argentina's saviour.
Halfway through the 8 added on to the right-hand side, about 5 or 10 yards outside the area. It's a massive wall. Vecini's been Cape Verde's hero throughout this tournament. Captain versus captain. They need him more than ever here, but he needs to get it up and over that wall and back down. Can he do it? The whistle blows from the Canadian referee, near towards the deaf, to send Argentina through. Can he do it? It's gone low, straight at the keeper who's flapped at it. It's on the edge and he's headed it in straight into the keeper's hands, and he shouldn't have done. and it was a very underwhelming free kick, and the keeper's gone down on his chest, but there's nothing wrong with him.
No, there's not. This is just trying to take some time off it. I think he's just trying to go for it. It takes a deflection as well. It's off Sidney Cabral, and the header's poor. The header needs to be better coming back in, because Vizinha, because of the deflection, doesn't save it well. He just kind of puts it back into a dangerous area. And now time is the enemy, really, against Argentina. 2.5 minutes. You're looking at best, one, not even big, just one chance left, maybe. Maybe it falls for Messi, maybe it doesn't. But you'd be lucky if you get one at this point, wouldn't you, with just a minute left. But Argentina, this is a massive wake-up call. They give away a stupid free kick halfway into their own half. And I mean, scenes if Cape Verde were the ones who went and scored and made it 2-1.
Absolutely. It'd be brilliant for them. Are they going to send everyone forward? I just loft this into the box and go for it, to be frank. Nicolas Gonzalez led his team down there, and we're almost in 96 minutes, and here we go. This is probably going to be game. But a free kick for Cabo Verde, and Montero, the substitute. He started a few games in the group stages, but didn't start this evening. Defending to do for Argentina. Needs to be a good ball in as well. Very far out, 45 yards at least. It's going to be a left-footed in-swinger. Doesn't look too bad to the back post. No one attacking it. Headed clear, only as far as the Cabo Verde man. And Argentina don't look interested in pressing out. Move to the near side. Can they nick this, Cabo Verde? Or do they just look interested in seeing this one out? I don't think Argentina look interested in getting through, to be honest. And that tells you everything you need to know. I cannot believe the energy levels in this Argentinian side to say that they rested in the last game.
If I'm honest, it's Cape Verde who, if we're going into extra time like it looks like, unbelievably, if you said it were going into extra time, I wouldn't believe you. Cape Verde are the ones who look like most likely to come away with going into the next round. Argentina, who said, look, leggy, they won't want the extra 30 minutes. And what you have to say as well is Egypt went through an extra 30 minutes. They'll be licking their lips at this one of the teams that they're going to face going through it. But yeah, Argentina, this is exactly what they deserve right now, that they've been so poor.
7 of the 8 we're through, and we're looking at extra time as Cabo Verde are passing it around, and Argentina not even pressing them. They don't look interested in getting the ball. They got it centrally, move it to the far side. It's good play from Cabo Verde. It's perfect for them. Down the line they go. They may look to snatch this, you know. It's on the left-hand side. Into the box they go. Oh, he's been tripped. The referee says no, big call. And Argentina may get on the counter-attack here. Ball over the top's not great, and that'll easily be chested down. It's a horrible out-ball, actually. Really let his side down there. Argentina had to push in the back. He's given a throw-in, I think. They need to get on with it. It's a free kick. And here come Argentina. We've got 20 seconds of the mandatory 8 done. They're not even putting anyone forward, Argentina. I think they're just shutting up shop here, you know. I really don't think they're interested in getting this done in the 90 minutes at the minute. They're standing still inside their own half with 10 seconds to play. This is really poor from the champions. If they play like this in the remainder of the tournament, they'll be knocked out. That's for sure. Referee has a glance at the watch. And the referee blows for full time. We're going to get an extra 30 minutes. It ends Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1.
After 90 minutes, we're going to extra time in Miami. What a shock we have. It is Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. Messi Magic made it 1-0. But in the second half, Argentina was so poor. And in the end, a Leroy Duarte goal for Cape Verde means that there's another 30 minutes here. Egypt will await the winner. Everyone for Argentina. This is going to be easy. The defending champs, the number 1 ranked side in FIFA. Well, they'll be going to an extra 30 minutes against the 67th ranked side, Cape Verde. They've been the Cinderella story of the tournament so far, and they continue to be formed to the side of everyone they face. Join us shortly as the extra time will be played in Miami. It's Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. After 90 minutes, we're going to extra time in Miami. What a shock we have. It is Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. Messi Magic made it 1-0. But in the second half, Argentina was so poor. And in the end, a Deroy Duarte goal for Cape Verde means that there's another 30 minutes here. Egypt will await the winner. Everyone for Argentina. This is going to be easy. The defending champs, the number 1 ranked side in FIFA. Well, they'll be going to an extra 30 minutes against the 67th ranked side, Cape Verde. They've been the Cinderella story of the tournament so far, and they continue to be formed to the side of everyone they face. Join us shortly as the extra time will be played in Miami. It's Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. After 90 minutes, we're going to extra time in Miami. What a shock we have. It is Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. Messi Magic made it 1-0. But in the second half, Argentina was so poor. And in the end, a Deroy Duarte goal for Cape Verde means that there's another 30 minutes here. Egypt will await the winner. Everyone for Argentina. This is going to be easy. The defending champs, the number 1 ranked side in FIFA. Well, they'll be going to an extra 30 minutes against the 67th ranked side, Cape Verde. They've been the Cinderella story of the tournament so far, and they continue to be formed to the side of everyone they face. Join us shortly as the extra time will be played in Miami. It's Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. After 90 minutes, we're going to extra time in Miami. What a shock we have. It is Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. Messi Magic made it 1-0. But in the second half, Argentina was so poor. And in the end, a Deroy Duarte goal for Cape Verde means that there's another 30 minutes here. Egypt will await the winner. Everyone for Argentina. This is going to be easy. The defending champs, the number 1 ranked side in FIFA. Well, they'll be going to an extra 30 minutes against the 67th ranked side, Cape Verde. They've been the Cinderella story of the tournament so far, and they continue to be formed to the side of everyone they face. Join us shortly as the extra time will be played in Miami. It's Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. After 90 minutes, we're going to extra time in Miami. What a shock we have. It is Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. Messi Magic made it 1-0. But in the second half, Argentina was so poor. And in the end, a Deroy Duarte goal for Cape Verde means that there's another 30 minutes here. Egypt will await the winner. Everyone for Argentina. This is going to be easy. The defending champs, the number 1 ranked side in FIFA. Well, they'll be going to an extra 30 minutes against the 67th ranked side, Cape Verde. They've been the Cinderella story of the tournament so far, and they continue to be formed to the side of everyone they face. Join us shortly as the extra time will be played in Miami. It's Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. After 90 minutes, we're going to extra time in Miami. What a shock we have. It is Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. Messi Magic made it 1-0. But in the second half, Argentina was so poor. And in the end, a Deroy Duarte goal for Cape Verde means that there's another 30 minutes here. Egypt will await the winner. Everyone for Argentina. This is going to be easy. The defending champs, the number 1 ranked side in FIFA. Well, they'll be going to an extra 30 minutes against the 67th ranked side, Cape Verde. They've been the Cinderella story of the tournament so far, and they continue to be formed to the side of everyone they face. Join us shortly as the extra time will be played in Miami. It's Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. After 90 minutes, we're going to extra time. And it's a warm welcome back as we're just about to shockingly get underway for extra time in Miami. Did not expect this one. It is Argentina 1, Cape Verde 1. The Cinderella story, the underdog story of this edition of the World Cup, Cape Verde. Well, they drew all 3 games, but goalless draw against Spain, 2-2 against Uruguay is nothing to be sniffed at. This is the biggest of them all. They're giving Argentina quite the scare. Doesn't seem to be any changes coming into the second half. Argentina took the lead in the first half through Messi. Who else? What a goal it was from the little magician. But then in the second half, Deroy Duarte, just before the hour mark, lovely play, just Skipper Mendes just put it into the box through the legs of the left back, and well, his strike was low drilled through the legs of Lisandro Martinez. It was an absolute brilliant goal from Cape Verde. Argentina, well, we spoke in the first half, they never got out of first gear in a good way. In the second half, they never got out of the first gear at all in the worst of ways. They were reliant on Messi, and you just feel that they were all looking to Messi and not looking to take it on themselves more than anything. It's myself, Lewis Raftery, joined by Nathan Wastel, to take you through all of this extra time action. As here come Argentina, down the right-hand side, Molina, the right back getting forward. Fizzy's one into the box, it's cleared away, sliced away, and out for a corner. And if Argentina come forward and get a goal here, if anything, Cape Verde hearts to be broken. But the longer it goes, the longer you think could we be in for pens.
Absolutely, yeah, that's right. And I think that'll be the aim for Cape Verde now. I don't think they'll sit deep, but I think that's the aim, isn't it? Let's get through this half an hour. Argentina need to pull something out, because Scaloni, we sent them, look, that was a shock. From dot one in that second half on the start, they've been really poor. So they need to find something, find a bit of magic, and probably do that with Messi.
There'll be an outswinger from Messi. Heads go up, it's into the back sticks. Lisandro Martinez, he might have a shot at goal, he does! And Argentina, just like that, 2 minutes into extra time, they take the lead against Cape Verde. Argentina have the lead. Scares have been wandered off. We do have a lot of extra time to go. Messi's ball into the box, an outswinger, nodded onto the back sticks. The Manchester United man set Messi up with a pitch-perfect pass, and he strikes one into the top corner. See what it means to Argentina. The only thing would be is, where was that? 90 seconds, 2 minutes into stoppage time. Where was that in the second half? The questions would have to be asked. And if anything, as I said, blushes have been spared, but questions still to be asked. Look as well, what I would say, it's Argentina 2, Cape Verde 1. There's a long way to go in extra time as well. So yes, they've scored early. I don't think Cape Verde are out of this. There is a shout as the ball is knocked into the back sticks. Tagliafico, will he get a touch? Will we need the graph out once again like last night? I don't think he does, but if he does, he's offside.
The question is he interfering?
Yes.
Because the heads go up, and the defender would have jumped for that header anyway.
Yes.
So for me, that's going to stand. I mean, take nothing away from Lisandro Martinez. What a finish that was. Perfect start to the second half for them. Extra time, I should say, apologies. It's a lovely finish. Wrap it into the top right-hand corner from close range. And that'll just settle the nerves, settle the anxiety, but couldn't they have not done that 10 minutes ago?
Yeah.
They just saved all of this half an hour.
And it's also, let's be quite fair, regardless of if they go through now, they could beat Cape Verde 4-1 in extra time. The questions are still going to be that you went to extra time with Cape Verde. As I said about Egypt, they've got 30 extra minutes in the legs going. The winner of this tie will face Egypt after they won on penalty against Australia. You want to avoid it at all costs, and again, I just don't know. I'm surprised they didn't make any changes coming into the into extra time. Did Argentina, of course, have got 2 left. They had 1 left, but used all their blocks of changes in the second half, and then you do gain 1, of course, in extra time. Cape Verde. If you're Cape Verde now, you've just got to kind of not go for broke, just forever and forward, go for it. But you're 2-1 down. What's the difference now between conceding a third, then you shut up shop? Just go for it, see what happens, maybe.
Yeah, to be honest, they've been fantastically defensively all tournament, not just today. But the thing is, they turned off then, and that was really poor defending from the corner. Lisandro Martinez was completely unmarked at the back post. They just turned off for that split second, and they've been punished. I feel for them, but they were really poor and let themselves down there. And now they've got to pick themselves up once again. They've got no choice but to go for it now.
They do. Duarte, the goal scorer, Leroy Duarte. There was 2 Duartes. Laras went off in the second half. Sidney Cabral, now and again, the only Cabral on the field of play. Back it goes to Pico. Of course, he had a big moment later on in that second half. A penalty shot that did touch his arm, but it went off the side of his face just slightly, just before. Cabral down the left-hand side, pokes it into the box and wins a corner. And I know Argentina scored from a corner, and I've said that they're a smaller side, yes. But again, that was a defensive mistake at the back stitch, you'd have to say. Maybe Cape Verde set pieces. They are a bigger, stronger side physically than Argentina. Maybe a goal from a set piece. Could you imagine if they got an equaliser and scored 2 against the defending world champions? It will be an outswinger from Cabral. It's a decent delivery. Heads go up. It comes off of an Argentina head. It will be another corner. And again, you just feel every time Cape Verde do come forward, this Argentine defence, it doesn't give me confidence. It feels that Cape Verde, they do create something of quality, which it did for the goal. I wouldn't doubt them scoring again. Another outswinger from Cabral, swung in. It's still a melee in the box, poked away. A third successive corner. They are pressurising Argentina right now. There's a player down holding his head for Cape Verde. It looks to be Borges, number 3, Dani Borges. Looking there, he goes for the header, and I think there's a collision of heads as he takes a bit of a knee, unfortunately, as well. As Enzo Fernandez is unfortunately loses his balance and goes down the trailing knee. It's not malicious. He just catch one to the head. Corner taken quickly to the edge of the area. Opportunity to go for a strike here. A goal it is. It's blocked away. Cape Verde though will keep the pressure up here. Lenini tries to take it past his man. Argentina do well to win the ball. There's only one white and blue jersey flying forward. That's the man on the ball. Julian Alvarez, the Atleti man. Forced to go back though. But again, as I say, when Cape Verde come forward, Argentina don't give me the confidence of, they won't let another one in. I could see Cape Verde grabbing a second if Argentina aren't wary here.
Yeah, there's a couple of men marked on the edge of the box and they weren't picked up. Yeah, they need to get themselves through this game, Argentina, because they're not at their finest, and they've been forced into an extra half an hour now. Of course, Egypt did, but so do Argentina, and they look dead on their legs right now. They've got the goal. I don't think they're going to push for a third. I think they're going to just try coast this out for an extra half an hour, but it is another extra half an hour in the legs.
It is, and I'm sure Egypt will be thinking, right, well, the winner of this will have played minimum 120 minutes, so we don't lose anything when it comes to that. Paredes on the ball, the Boca man, former, of course, played his football for PSG and Roma in Europe, and now playing in South America. Ball outside of the right boot into Gonzalez, back to the edge of the area. Alvarez looks for Messi, 1-2, still Messi going with the ball, Messi going for the strike. It's blocked away. Alvarez with a strike, that's blocked away and out for a corner. Once again, that worked. That was a chance. But was that just Messi, here's the ball, let Messi, when you want the ball, 1-2. I think the problem as well at the back end of the second half, Messi was dropping so deep. You want him in those areas, if anything, and it felt as if in the back end of the second half, it was Messi going, no one's creating anything for me. I've got to go do this on my own. He needs someone to help him out. Yeah,
absolutely. You are absolutely right in saying that Alvarez does complement. We're just getting the onside confirmed minutes, a very long time later after the goal. But Tagliafico was onside. They had to check it, of course. But you're absolutely right. Alvarez complements Messi a lot more than Lautaro Martinez. I think that's something they need to look forward to at the round of 16.
I'd agree with that. Corner comes in, swinging to the front post, cleared away. Volley comes in and blocked off a Cape Verde head there. So out for throw. I'm so surprised Enzo Fernandez is on the field. And again, sometimes we see teams in the World Cup, as I'll bring my point in a moment, as a substitutions going to make the goal scorer. Leroy Duarte will be making way for Cape Verde. Wait for full confirmation of who the second man will be. It will be Kevin Lenini, man who scored the opener against Uruguay. He's on the yellow card as well, so he's off the field of play. And on in there plays a Benchimol, the forward, and Semedo, number 16. So they are positive changes, you have to say, for Cape Verde. But we've seen in past tournaments, teams have frights and teams have scares. Argentina won the World Cup in Qatar in 2022. They lost to Saudi Arabia on match day 1, and that was kind of their wake-up call. Here they come down to the centre, ball put back to the left-hand side, looking for the run of Alvarez. Too much on it, and Cape Verde will come away with it. This is almost their wake-up call of this tournament. They were so close to being knocked out. They had to win their last 2 group games to qualify for the knockout rounds in Qatar. That was almost the difference. Is this one of them as well that maybe Argentina said, we got it wrong. This team, this 11, we need to tweak it. Maybe Alvarez needs to come in. Maybe we need to change at fullback. Maybe we need to change in midfield, and then to tweak it and they get on a better form of play. Every team has those scares. This is a scare for Argentina. It's not over the ball into the box. It's not a great one, but nearly missed communication at the back there. Andy Martinez comes out and claims the ball. But still Argentina, they don't give me confidence at the back at all But again, is this that scare where Argentina go, look, we don't want to be in this position again. We've got to be better next time out.
Yep, absolutely. And if they get through this game winners, you would have to look at this and say they've got away with one, because the performance has been very below par. We always say every team has a slip up at some point, no matter how good you are. Someone will always have a scare, have a slip up. So on and so forth. You would like to think this is Argentina's and they're getting it out of the way, but like you say, they can't carry this into the next game. They need to get it behind and move on. But there is still a lot of football to play.
There is. You spot on with that. Cape Verde, though, they look to be going from strength to strength whenever they do come forward. Right hand side. Again, they are packing that box. Benchimol coming on. He's a striker. It's an opportunity for him to just be a hero and get an equaliser and go further forward. We'll see he's the tallest of strikers, so they're still maybe sacrificing a little bit of height there. Here they come down the left-hand side. Great play to get away from his man there as he clipped at the heels. Referee says no, and it's going to be a goal kick. I feel for Varela there. Well, that was great play down the left-hand side. Sandro Martinez giving a round of applause there. It's one of them. He's terrible defending. I mean, as you rightfully said, especially when we see it from start to finish from that angle, from the sky camera, if you will. Sandro Martinez, he's unmarked. It's almost a defender's look and turn and go, whose man is that? Where's he come from? He's really poor from Cape Verde. Ball back to Vizinho. He's put under pressure. Cape Verde playing out from the back. Cool, calm and collected. Credit to them. They've actually beaten that high press of Argentina for the moment, but still they have it inside their own half. They're going to come away with it, though, as we approach the last few minutes of the first half of extra time. Argentina just don't want another mistake at the back. They don't want to give Cape Verde absolutely anything in this game. They've already been taken to extra time by them. They don't want anything more than that. Piero, I think he needs to do something more if his side were to get something out of this. Cabral on the left-hand side cuts inside, goes for a strike, a goal! Oh my! What a strike that is! Sidney Cabral, one of the goals of the tournament. Cape Verde, you just can't get rid of them. They're the forward in Argentina's side. It is Argentina 2, Cape Verde 2. The players don't know what to do. The Cabral's in the stands. What scenes this is. The fans, we saw tears when they got the equaliser. I can't believe what they'll do now. I thought the Argentines would be partying into Miami late into the night. Well, this game's going to go late into the night. What a strike that was. I don't know if I don't want to take anything away. I don't know if he's hit that and go, right, I'll put a cross into the box on my weaker right boot. What a strike that is. Argentina 2, Cape Verde 2, just shock after shock, Nathan.
Goal of the tournament. You cannot count Cabo Verde out in World Cup 2026. They're such a resilient, stubborn side. The referee, I think he's unhappy that the players have gone into the stand, understandably. The goal scorer, of course, he's gone over to his better half, shall we call him, Cabral. I mean, you can't blame him, but he's gone into the stand, something you don't see often. It's a bit unprofessional, but you can't blame them, can you? It's almost like Wimbledon, when you see them climb up the centre court to the loved ones. He's done the same, but to cut in on the so-called weaker, to be a keeper of the stature of Emi Martinez, that is goal of the tournament. I mean, I covered a game, the Haiti goal, Wilson Isidore.
Yes.
That, for me, stood as the goal of the tournament, and I think this tips it. And in the manner it's at, in the extra time, left-hand side of the box, just inside the... Oh, that is unbelievable. Just inside the box, left-hand side, right-footed, wrapped into the top right-hand corner. They're making the champions work hard for this.
They are. Well, what a goal that was. I think you're right. You don't see it, do you? The scenes are in the stands, but this is a different kettle of fish, isn't it? It's a World Cup. This isn't any game. Ball into the box for Argentina. They give it away, and Cape Verde have got confidence. Could they take the lead against Argentina? Monteiro, the left-hand side. Argentina need bodies back. It's played down the line for Varela, too much on it. There'll be a goal kick for Argentina. We've played the first 15 minutes here. We've got any stoppage time of the first half of extra time. No, we'll get 3 minutes more to go. This game keeps giving and giving. We were speaking about the Croatia-Portugal game being one of the games of the tournament. This might be living up to becoming maybe one of the games of the tournament, but in terms of moments, as you rightfully said, that could be the biggest moment of the tournament.
And we know that penalties are a coin toss.
Yes.
There's skill involved with it, of course there is, but it's a bit of a lottery. And when you've got Pacina in goal, having the game of his life, in the tournament of his life, the 40-year-old, you never know what can happen. And you don't want to talk as an England fan getting too ahead of yourselves, but could we see Cape Verde in the semi-final versus England? Who knows? If we got through Mexico in the Vazteca and then Brazil in the quarter-final, maybe facing Cape Verde in the semi-final.
As Argentina come forward, oh, it falls for Messi, strike at goal, saved by Vozinha. That was a chance. It wasn't a great ball into the box, but it fell for Messi. And you thought again, was Argentina going to break Cape Verde hearts? Well, I say break Cape Verde hearts. I don't think you can break them. I just think you can attack them, but you can't break the hearts of Cape Verde. Vozinha, well, triple whatever Instagram followers he had coming into this game. He's had a quality game, hasn't he? Of course, as you rightfully pointed out, I think the moment I kind of am looking back on quickly over this game is that one-on-one that Messi had. It was straight at Vozinha, as you rightfully pointed out, but he came out, made himself big. It was about 2 minutes, if that, after Cape Verde scored. That could have been the difference maker. Well, here they come ball over the top. That's poor. Looking for bench him all, but I think one thing, there has been a change. Apologies, Molina. We're just getting full confirmation of it. Molina is off Montiel. He's onto the field for Argentina, so that's a full-back change. That's where you need legs as well, maybe in these minutes of the game. That Messi one-on-one, 2 or 3 minutes after Cape Verde scored, that could have been, all right, Argentina are going to win this game. Messi got his brace. That's it, done and dusted. And again, as you point out, it's straight at Vozinha, but it was off his line. He made himself big, as you said. That could be just one of the biggest moments of when you look back on the game. Where did it kind of change? That could have been one of them.
1,000%. It's a great point. It absolutely could. Sort of slipped my mind, but yeah, he went one-on-one with the right foot and put him right at him. You're crediting the keeper for coming out and making himself big, but Messi has to score. He's odds on to come out the victor in that sort of duel. So if Argentina to get knocked out from Cape Verde, I mean, it will be the biggest upset in World Cup history.
Yes.
Let's not sugarcoat it. I'm not putting sparkling on top of that. That is a fact. And you would look back at that moment and say, that's where it was won and lost.
100%. Bobista, get the statue ready. If you were to knock Argentina out, you'd have to say, well, it used already the Cape Verde.
Sir Bobista.
Yes. And I think it's just worldwide, if you say. There is going to be a short pause in play because there's an injury here. We're going to watch this strike back from Cabral.
It's sensational.
It's slow motion. He doesn't, as usual, doesn't do it justice. It is inches in the side netting, isn't it? He's close to hitting the post and the L, realistically, if you will, of the bar. You right, I think off the top of my head as well, I agree with you. That Isidore strike, it was a bullet, as straight as an arrow into the top corner from the Sunderland forward. That probably takes a cake as that individual goal. Realistically, I think that Messi goal, the first one, will go down as one of the best goals of the tournament with the pass, the touch, all that. In terms of those old school screamers, that will probably go down. But that Cabral, I mean, into the stands he went. Deserves all that dance. Well, as I say, that was going back to live pictures. It is being blown half time of extra time. What a moment. It's Argentina 2, Cape Verde 2. We're back shortly for the second half of extra time. And we are back underway for the second half of extra time. My word, what an evening we have had in Miami. It's unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentary of the penultimate game in the round of 32. Argentina 2, Cape Verde 2. Who would have guessed that about 2 or 3 hours ago? Second half of extra time. Are we bound for penalties, or is more drama abound in Miami? But to take us through to possible penalties, more drama, I'll pass you over to Nathan to see us out.
Thank you very much, Raf. As Argentina just have it at the back at the minute and move it to the far side. 15 minutes. We labelled this David versus Goliath. Well, it feels at the minute like Goliath is just down to a knee at the minute. Slightly wounded after a sublime equaliser. We could be witnessing history here, Lewis Raff. Absolutely brilliant. Julian Alvarez to the far side. They need to remain locked in. Oh, that's a poor ball. A header out by the man at the far post in Montiel, the substitute. It wasn't his fault, and it will be a goal kick. They picked themselves up. They had the inch perfect start to the extra time, did Argentina, and somehow, some way. I do need to talk about McAllister, though. I know he's tired. He works very hard in that midfield. But the way he let Cabral cut in from that left-hand side was far too easy.
Well, it was almost I know you're going to go down the byline, let me just fake it here. You know, it just looked as if that, I would say, going through the motions with defensively is the best way I can really put it. And you know what, we spoke about Argentina look very fatigued, and my word, they do. That's a tackle, and I thought that was a good tackle personally, but McAllister wins a free kick down the Cape Verde man. Is this the problem when, let's be quite fair, you have 9 outfield players working for one? That Messi, yeah, he can come up with anything and he will win you tournaments, he'll win you stuff. But when you've got 11 on the other side, you've got that one that's just doing more.
Yeah.
It just looks like they've almost done that much. And unfortunately, Messi didn't come up trumps today. Maybe that's why they're so fatigued as well.
Messi free kick, 30 yards out. This will be a cross rather than a shot. Hands on mouth stuff from Argentina fans. Messi with the ball in, doesn't look too bad. Head go in, and they're going to hook it at the second attempt, Cabo Verde, and they're going to go chasing it. A bit of head tennis. Paredes over to the far side. It's not a good header. Do we think Cabo Verde could leave this game for the first time this evening, coming forward now? They're going to try and move it inside. It's a poor delayed pass, but a second bite at it as McAllister ricochets off him. Thinks about a cross from the left side and just going to check it backwards. Smart play. May just go for goal here. They are. That's well dragged. And I mean, they saw one fly in to the back of the net. Semedo saw his name up in lights from 40 yards out. I don't think the shot was ever on.
No, I can understand it because the passing options were cut off. But again, just keep the ball for a moment. Yeah. Just go from right to left. Recycle it a little bit, if you will. Keep the pressure on Argentina. You just keep them pressed in, because we said as soon as Lisandro Martinez scored, because of how little confidence Argentina give us. Don't put Cape Verde scoring a second. Don't put it past Cape Verde scoring a third, as you said. Don't put it past Argentina scoring. Both defences look very poor, if you will. Here come Argentina, though.
Left-hand side of the box. Good standing tackle. Referee's not interested. What has he given? The play stopped. No, it hasn't. And just at standstill, Argentina. There was that still. I thought a free kick had been given. As Martinez moves it to the near side. Pocket of space for Alvarez as Cabo sitting deep. It's a strong tackle, but Alvarez touched his run, but he keeps it going to the near side to Tagliafico, and they'll swing it backwards. And there's an offside against Argentina. Extremely sloppy. Let's have a look. Overstepped his run and he stabbed through to Tagliafico. Maybe didn't expect Alvarez to overstep it and then touch it through to him. 11 to go until we have penalties. And not going to plan for the reigning champions.
No, it's not. And you rightfully said this would be the biggest knockout ever in the World Cup, wouldn't it? Cape Verde getting to the tournament for the first time ever. That's a story in itself, and then it's just multiplied and multiplied. This is, of course, in the World Cups in Mexico, Canada, and the USA. This is a Hollywood script. Let's be quite fair, isn't it? Here and. Them getting to the World Cup, as I said, that's the goal. Getting into the knockouts, that's the cherry on top, and getting Argentina. That's the moment of we get to play the world champions. What a moment that is! Then you take them to extra time. It's just It's a Rocky. We're on almost Rocky 4, aren't we, already, in one tournament. Argentina coming forward.
Left-hand side. Oh, it's a brilliant tackle coming in. It's a brilliant tackle. I think it was, was it Nicolas Gonzalez coming through? Yeah, he was dancing his way through. And Dine, the number 3, locked in. To say you've played nearly 2 hours worth of football and you've got that energy and the wherewithal, mental strength, just to get across in the right time and bail your teammate out with the slide, brilliant. But an Argentina corner. Who is going to go and face Egypt? We're going to find out as the ball's going to go in now. Header comes in, it's a heartbreak. It's Christian Romero in the 110th minute, head it into the far corner. Lionel Messi with the ball in, and they are back in front for the 3rd time this evening, and they may just be breaking Cabo Verde hearts, and they may just not have enough now to pick themselves up once again. With 10 to go, it's Argentina 3, Cabo Verde 2.
I mean, get out of jail card right there is Christian Romero, isn't it, as you say? Ball into the box. Again, Romero's the tallest man on the field. They're a very short side of Argentina, but you just thought, well, he's the one, isn't he? If you're going to get on the end of a header, Julian Alvarez is a really good option as well. I know he's not the tallest, but he's got a good header on him. But again, even from the corner, it was winning the corner. It was tired legs from Cape Verde, wasn't it? It's a great header. It comes off the hand as well of a Cape Verde man. Maybe that takes it away from Vizinha. Of course, nothing will be looked at. It's a goal. I'm just saying it's a header from Romero, and there's not much movement, but he'd watch it, and maybe that hand takes it past the goalkeeper, maybe even helps it go on target and swerve away from going out of play. And Argentina, I mean, again, if I'm Egypt, you're looking at this team and going, sure, you know what, they're very much in getting caught. In Qatar, you felt like the Argentina were quite unbeatable. It just felt like we were right place, right time, didn't it, to a degree. And this tournament, you felt like coming into this game, and this has been one of the best games of the tournament so far. But Cape Verde, as you say, I don't know. I just feel there's maybe one sting in this tail still, and that script isn't finished yet. I'm not too sure, but yeah, I mean, credit to them. They've been fantastic.
They have. Credit to them indeed. But they have to pick themselves up even harder now. As it's a ball on the far side. How many times have you seen Christian Romero banging a header in the Premier League for Tottenham Hotspur? It's time and time again. I mean, he's the first one you mark, but they can't stop him. And with 7 to play, it looks like Argentina will face Egypt. It's just even when you're playing poorly, the best teams find a way. And they are finding a way just about, and it may be more here. They're asking for a foul, Cabo Verde, and they stopped, and on the counter-attack, ball inside to Messi's really poor, and it goes back to Vizinha in goal. Nothing he could do about that one, that header. Christian Romero with his first goal of the tournament, and a very timely one, it has to be said. Vizinha, very calm on the ball. Man's gone down off the ball for Argentina. And chance for Cabo Verde to come forward. Do they have something else to surprise us with once again? I mean, Hollywood would be blown away with a script like this if it ended 3-3. But they've got the ball far side. Thought about going for goal. It wasn't really on. 40 yards out. Not a lot of movement so far, but they've committed bodies forward. It's on the far side. Pocket of space. This time, down the line they go. It's going to be shot across. It's hit an Argentina man. And back out it comes. Centrally. And Montero to the near side, just overhit. It's going to be an Argentina goal kick, but they are not shy of going for it here, Cabo Verde.
No, and to a degree, I think if you're Cabo Verde, you would accept conceding a fourth and losing 4-2, wouldn't you? In the hopes of getting that equaliser and pushing for full time, for penalties for full time, if you will. Seeing McAllister going down there with cramp. Look, I think a lot of times you see when players go down for cramp, you do just think cynically, oh, they're going down just to waste a bit of time. As you said, he's running his socks off. Running socks off as McAllister. I could understand picking up a bit of cramp. Again, watching back this header, it's that arm that stretched out for the Cape Verde. I think it just swerves the ball, doesn't it? I think the header is still going on target. Whether it beats Vizinha in goal, that's a different story, because it just swerves away from him. Cape Verde, the kitchen sink is about to be thrown. Argentina, you spoke about Cape Verde if they got out left. If Argentina got out left offensively, free kick here.
Really dangerous one as well, left side of the box. Maybe a yellow card coming for an Argentina man. There is. Semedo got the better of his man. Just dropped that shoulder at the right time and suckered Montiel into it. And he's tripped him. He's gone down very erratically, but free kick and a yellow card nonetheless. So left side of the box, about a yard or two outside of it, It's a dangerous position, 5 minutes to go. This could be huge for the underdogs as they look to bring themselves back level for a third time in this match. Can you believe? Right on the left-hand side of the box, number 13's got the ball in his hands, and it is Cabral. I did say he was his weaker right, but he's taking this free kick with his right foot, so maybe he is right-footed. So either way, it's very similar to where he scored the goal at the other end. Is he going to go for goal? I'd probably say that's a mistake if he did. I think he needs to put this into the box, and hopefully there's a melee in there. They've got some big lads in there as well. Referee blows his whistle. Cabral, this is huge. He's going to go for goal. Oh, great save, Martinez. Just above him. It's one you'd probably expect to make. It dipped violently. It was on target as well. But it will be a Cabo Verde corner. But that needed saving.
It did. And I wonder if, as you said, not going for goal, but almost I'm going to whip it into the corner. And if it goes in there, it goes, maybe someone gets a nick on it. He's one of them just kind of guide it in there with real power and pace, and hopefully my teammates nod it in and it's the easiest goal of their lives. It comes off a fire, chest, a shoulder, who cares? It's in the back of the net, but another set piece coming. They're going to pressure Argentina till the death here.
Yeah, absolutely are. They're going to send them all the way. 4 minutes to go. Cabo Verde corner. There's a man down here for Argentina. The referee needs to get on with it, really. There's a couple of men down for both teams, actually. It's all cramp. I think there's a bit of bodily fluid coming out the nose of Tagliafico as well, so it's all going on. But we are witnessing an instant classic, even if this does end 3-2. I'm in agreement with my colleague next to me that I do feel like we're on the verge of another twist somewhere. What that is, I'm not sure. Referee's telling the players to get on with this. I'm not quite sure. Is he asking for the medics to come on? Either way, the game's delayed, and they're not really lenient with the delays in this tournament, and I like it. It's very refreshing. I think he's asking Tagliafico to get off the field because he's bleeding from the nose. Let's have a look. Did he just... I'm not quite sure. There's a stray arm somewhere. Didn't look like there's a lot of contact, but enough. He's going to have to change his top as well. He's trying to get on with it. Is he allowed to stay on the field? I'm not quite sure. No, the fourth official's pushing him backwards, saying you're going to have to get off while we deal with you. He wants to get back on, but they're going to be down to 10 here, Argentina, I think, for this corner. Very nervy-looking fans in them stands now. Is he waiting for Tagliafico to come back on? I think the referee's going to do so. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're going to allow Tagliafico back on. So 11 versus 11. They've actually let him get the medical attention and come back on, which I'm quite surprised at. Outswinging corner going to be coming in. It has to be right from Semedo. More delays. Can you believe it? It's got to be added on to the end of this game. Surely. Needs to be a good ball in. It's an outswinger. Needs to be right. Here he goes. Semedo, ball in. It's not. It's a really bad ball in. It's hit the first man throwing near side. It's really let his team down.
Yeah, and as we always say, delivery's got to be good. But that's sometimes, well, it's a quite fair. Lionel Messi taking that corner, he puts it right on the head of Christian Romero. I know the run's got to be right, but he puts it in the area for his defender to attack. That's sometimes the difference, isn't it? But they're still going to come forward. Yeah, Argentina clear it, but I mean, Cape Verde, this is, again, they've given us so much and they're still going to give.
Yep, they're going to come down. Montero's going to put it in. There's a couple of bodies over. Heads go in. Oh, Martinez has come. Is that going to be a corner and offside? He's going to give a corner. I just thought he was going to get on the end of that. I was trying to see exactly what it was. Might have been Tavares as the ball went over. Argentina are pretty much holding on for their lives. Another corner, and it has to be a better one. There's a man on the deck. They're going to go short and quick. Interesting how much additional time. I'm thinking at least 3 or 4 minutes here. Minimum at least. It's going to be an in-swinging right footer. They're pushing Argentina all the way to the end. Ball in's not great again. It's hit the first man. Messi's trying to chase it. He hasn't really touched the ball. Flicked over. It may go in. It's over the bar, but I think there was going to be a flag anyway. I think there was. Livramento dallying in an offside position, and it's gone over the top. They've got a minute plus additional to go. It was a flick coming back in. We'll have a look. I think he was pretty much... Yeah, he was a full body offside in the end, and I think he's thankful, to be honest, because that has to go in the back of the net.
You've got to just, regardless, put it in the back of the net, haven't you? But yes, this one, watching it back, I mean, Emi Martinez saved them against France and Qatar. He saved them right there because he's... I mean, he actually doesn't get there, does the striker? But again, Martinez just coming out, doesn't he? You just feel that if he doesn't come out, maybe the striker gets it, maybe it's that bobble. So close. As you rightfully said, depending on, I think 4 minutes of added stoppage time easily, minimum 3. Again, I think there's a twist in the tail.
Yeah, there's a throw in near side for Cabo. And with 10 seconds to go, we're going to find out how much additional there'll be. Very desperate times for Argentina, and the manager looks fairly stressed, and Cabo are finishing with a flurry. And I think he senses it, Scaloni. Ball's on the far side for Cabo. Need to get it forward though. We've hit 120, 2 hours of football done. And we'll find out how much additional there'll be. This is huge, this number. Ball into the box edges. Shot comes in, deflected. It's going to be a corner kick. Just for a second as Martinez dived in there. And then Emi Martinez made the scramble. It's going to be 3 added minutes. I think that's very harsh on the underdogs.
I think at minimum 4, if I'm honest. You've got the goal, of course. That's at least a minute, isn't it? The stoppage, Lisandro Martinez is trying to say that something's happened to him.
He's holding his nether regions.
I mean, the strike, where's it come off of? I mean, it does kind of, if we're being honest. I mean, not to the extent that he was rolling around, but again, it's a corner coming up, isn't it? Mind games coming up. I mean, if it wastes time and Cape Verde score, who knows? But as we said, Hollywood, is the ink dry, or has the pen got a little bit more to it?
Here we go, Semedo. Out swinging corner, it needs to be better. It's not. It's going to go all the way to the edge, some off the training ground. It's shot along the floor, and that'll be cleared. Will they make it stick here, Argentina? They have, and they're going to pull it forward. And there's a 2-on-2 at the minute. The ball needs to be right through. It's going to go through, and Vecinia's come out early. He's done well. He's read it well, and he's danced out to the near side. We've got a minute and a half to go. If the minute and a half done, it's inside. It needs to be now. Cabo Verde over to the near side. They have not committed enough bodies forward here. They're dead on their legs. It's moved to the near side. With Arola, it has to go into the box now, driving to the byline. Cross shot comes in, it's deflected up, it comes to the edge. Who's it going to fall to? A Cape Verde man. Shot's going to come in, pulled it, and it's going to be a goal kick, and you would call it game. I don't think the shot was on.
No, it never was. Again, I don't blame him for going for it because everyone was there, weren't there? There's not
Far
really a
side.
pass to be made on, but again, just hold on for a second, go back, keep the ball alive. You've got basically another 2 minutes to go. You can still create something, can't you? Whereas that shot slows everything down. Argentina get up the field, you take the pressure off them, and it's almost by hook or crook, isn't it? Argentina winning this game. And I mean, Cape Verde, again, this result is still a win for them regardless, but Argentina, there will be a lot of inquest, I feel, even if they do still go through.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball to the near side to Gonzalez. He's going to go at the corner right on this near side. He's going to try hold on to it. He hasn't done very well. He didn't make that stick, and they need to get it clear, and they have. It's gone over Livramento and Tavares. He's going to chase it, hook clear. Half a minute to go. Martinez was down for half a minute. I think there'll be at least another minute. Good header backwards to Vecina, but they need to move, and he's going to carry it forward himself. Moved it to the far side. They're just trying to press him from the front here, Argentina. It's just going to be long, but there's not a lot of bodies forward. Over to the near side. Good defensive head. Is that a foul? Referee says no. That's a big call as well. Slide goes in. It's going to be a throw-in right in the corner for Cabo, I believe. Yes, it is. And we've ticked over 123. They're asking for full time, but did go down. This is it. This is now or never stuff. They need to get it moving. Over to the right side. Is that going to be another throw-in or a corner? It's going to be another throw-in right in the corner. And the referee blows for full time. Cabo have given it everything, but David have lost to Goliath. After extra time, it's Argentina 3, Cabo Verde 2.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck. Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double